That ended quick. Let's go. Let's go. I just wanted to make sure the people between, what was it, 6 and 10 minutes late or whatever, I wanted to make sure they won. So I was just looking out for you guys. We could have started on time. Well, no, actually, because I got there right at 11, but could have been close. Could have been close.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the, I got to grab comics. I'll do that later. Welcome to the real BBC, bagging, boarding, and chatting, or the real Joss Whedon. That's what we're going to call it today. The real Joss Whedon. Holy crap. What a day.
Connected anyway, those two announcements, you think, or is it complete coincidence?
Total coincidence, maybe.
I think so, yeah.
I don't know. So they are leaking out the Spider-Man trailer like a guy pissing with prostate cancer. And did you hear that? They're like doing like little clips.
If I go for the toilet today, I am not having that.
I've seen the clip or two, yeah. It's looking a little concerning sometimes, some stuff.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
Directed by the guy who directed Shang-Chi.
Exactly. I mean, you know, we'll see. We'll see.
It's probably going to be better in Doomsday. Let's be real. It's probably
I don't see how it could be worse, but then I've been wrong before.
Oh, we have all been wrong before. And Bob Iger is stepping down tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. The weatherman is down.
Bye.
Tragic.
Thanks for fucking everything up, mofo. Firefly, Buffy, Cope over Buffy, which is crazy. I don't know how much Az can say. I don't know how much I can say. But a script is out there, and I think it's pretty clear why it got canceled. We'll read a page, maybe two. It's pretty bad. It's
everywhere now. I'd had it before. It was leaked everywhere, and then I woke up this morning, and apparently it's now just gone everywhere.
Starfleet Academy is over, thank God. Dude, that was a rough 10 weeks, bro.
It was.
I
want to make an analogy, but it's real dark, and I don't want to go there. But
why stop now?
It's like if I could go for chemo. It's like now we can go for chemo. It's like
that's why you were thrown up last week.
Oh, it was an accumulation of the essay you saw.
I was over irradiated.
Yes.
That's why I got no hair.
You've got no air. And what else is that should probably take up the whole show.
Wait,
right?
It took your hair like retroactive, like in time travel?
I shaved my head. I could have beautiful thick hair, but since watching it, it like this, this is all prickly, but now it's just smooth because of
smooth.
Oh, so you're shaving it up to this point, but now you've actually lost it because of the show.
Yeah.
I see. That makes sense.
It was a choice before.
Smooth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Green Lantern. Grant Morrison came out and slapped down Damon Lindelof. That was freaking great.
We have things to talk about with that one.
Oh, we do.
I laughed something chronic when I saw that.
That was so funny. I loved it. I loved every second of it for a lot of reasons. So yeah. Hi, Az.
Hi.
How you doing?
Better, thank you.
That's good.
I just realized I've still got these tucked in for when I.
So you haven't changed your sweatshirt since then? Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, but no.
Last time?
Admittedly.
Oh yeah.
I didn't say this to Mauler or. I said I had a big puke last night, but this afternoon I did have a little one. I did have a little one this afternoon.
Oh,
a little one, little follow-up one.
Well, it's sort of like it's kind of like I wanted to, but nothing sort of happened one.
Oh, you just had
those are the worst.
Nothing came out.
Yeah, I was hoping, so this was like that. So when you got the dangly bits, you got to tuck the dangly bits in, otherwise if stuff came out.
What I'm talking about.
You'd be getting stuff on those dangly bits.
Especially if you're one of Az's girlfriends.
Go all over the dangly bits.
Excellent advice, honestly. Life advice.
He missed that completely, which is great.
Az tucks his dangly bits confirmed?
Confirmed.
Yes, I tuck. Az tucks confirmed.
Hi, Mahler.
Hello. What a wonderful few days of just brand new news every day of more and more of this horrible project. I do feel weirdly spared by the universe on the Buffy thing to the point where I'm suspicious. I'm like, what's going to happen now? Then is it going to be worse? Is it going to be like, is it going to come back and it'll be like guaranteed 6-season run or something from the get go? I'd be like, what? I just feel like I wasn't owed this universe. So what's going to happen?
Alex Kurtzman takes over Buffy revival.
Alex Kurtzman takes over Star Wars.
Oh,
Buffy, Angel, and Firefly all revived into one blob of a season.
You know, Russell T Davies is a big Buffy fan.
Ugh.
Oh, I bet.
No.
I've heard he loves a spike or two.
Yeah. Or three. That's right. X-Ray Girl, hello.
Hi. I know we're talking about a lot of bad shows and movies, but I have to at least give a huge recommend to Project Hail Mary. Loved the movie. So if I don't want to spoil too much, they do a really good job adapting it from the third of the book that I've read. So yeah.
I actually got an early screening of that myself, and I thought it was really good.
It's so good. And like, because I did my undergrad on sciences, so there was a few times that I laughed very loud in a very quiet theater when no one understood the joke, and I'm like, oh god, I'm that person now.
Was it a
Super
nerd
nerd
joke, a science joke?
Yeah, it was the time that he did there's carbon, oxygen, wait, and then hydrogen, and I'm like laughing really loud because I know what his paper is titled. And well, anyways,
yeah.
Nerd.
I don't want to
nerd.
There's probably no point. It gets too early to talk about it, but like, I assume I haven't read it, but I assume the book readers will be happy because it was clearly because I was talking to Drinker about that as well because he's seen it. There's loads of fun to be had in that film. I was quite happy with it.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to see it last night. I was supposed to see it, and I didn't get because I was tired.
It was very I don't think it's a spoiler to say the other protagonist is pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, Rocky.
Yeah, I just don't know how much people know. I assume that's
Rocky's awesome.
I
they
don't know.
Put him in the he's in the trailers all over the place. Yeah.
I haven't seen. I only saw the first trailer for it.
Oh. Rocky's in the first.
You'll like it.
I think the standout moment for me, X-Ray Girl, was when Rocky first judges his ship.
Oh yeah,
it's so funny.
I love the puppetry. Sorry. Anyways.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
I got to find a way to see it before I go to Florida. I don't know if that's gonna be.
Well,
possible.
you're getting in early, so maybe you can go. Maybe.
We'll
see.
Yeah,
So
I had a
good.
chance. I just
IMAX.
couldn't last night. I was up till 3 a.m, 2 days in a row, and that just destroyed me. Because I'm old. But I'm rested now.
It was funny when because I'd completely forgotten who made Hail Mary. I was just seeing it anyway because I was like, I want to check this out. And so when it said, Andy Weir, I was like, yeah, reliable. And then it was like Drew Goddard writing. I was like,
yep.
All right, yeah. And then Lord and Miller, and I was like, this should be good. Like with this team of 4 people, this should be good.
It was very good. And yeah, definitely see it on IMAX if you can. It was just beautiful. Some of the scenes, the shots in space. Yeah.
I'll probably sneak into a showing if I can.
It's true.
I'll see it before Friday. I'm sorry, couldn't see it. Sorry, folks. Felt kind of bad, but oh well. Such is life. All right, what do we want to start with? Let's start with Buffy. Let's just get into it. So Saturday, Sarah. Well, the news hit. I saw it
Friday night, your time.
Yeah, it was late. Somebody mentioned in some random Twitter post that the Buffy reboot and pilot has been shut down. I'm like, what? Where'd you hear that? And then the news hit, and then Saturday morning for us here in the States, the only place it counts. Sarah Michelle Gellar put up a little video.
So I am really sad to have to share this, but I wanted you all to hear it from me. Unfortunately, Hulu has decided not to move forward with Buffy New Sunnydale.
Yay.
I want to thank Chloe Zhao because I never thought I would find myself back in Buffy's stylish yet affordable boots. And thanks to Chloe, I was reminded how much I love her and how much she means not only to me, but to all of you. And this doesn't change any of that. And I promise, if the apocalypse actually comes, you could still beat me.
You can still beat me, did she say?
Yeah, I never
beat
If the
me.
apocalypse comes, you can still beat me. Thank you. I think. I don't know.
I'm just struck by like Chloe Zhao reminded me of how much I loved Buffy. It's like the most important role of your entire career.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you'd.
The one you've never been able to equal in your entire career. The one you've never gotten past in your entire career.
It's just like, yeah, I mean, I'm glad she did, I guess. Not with that script. Just, you know?
Wow. Yeah, that script was something. It's making the rounds now, and people understand why it was canceled. But there might be a lot more to this story, like a lot more. So Sarah Michelle Gellar is out there blaming an executive right now, and they're naming this guy, which is just unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm curious if he's going to ever say anything or if he's going to stay in the shadows.
He should stay stum if he's got any sense.
Probably. But who could see this coming? A Buffy reboot without most of the cast, with Chloe Zhao, who directed The Eternals, and a couple of writers from, what was the show they did?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
From the shitty episode, like the shitty episodes.
Yeah.
Well, and you got like
Shitty season.
Agent Carter as well, which, you know, let's be honest, I don't know if any of you guys saw it, but it's not a, it's a show that's like, well, that was fine.
It was
first
fine.
season. I saw the first season of
It was fine.
Carter,
A little
Agent
overpraised
Carter.
at the time. People were like,
Oh,
this
that
is
was
an
good.
amazing
That was
show.
good.
And I'm like, it's okay. You know, she's hot.
Well, yeah, I think it's Haley Atwell.
She's hot.
She forgives many sins.
Well, I know. People listen, listen, folks, I'm going to stare you right. Men out there, I completely understand how you were mesmerized by Haley Atwell's tits, and you're like, this is a really good show. I get it. But if you actually watch the rest of the show, it's not that good. Okay.
And it's funny you said missing most of the cast. It's like, you mean
all of
the cast?
Okay.
Like,
all of the cast. When
Apart
I say
from
most,
Buffy.
I mean all.
Yeah, was
So-
that a Picard thing? You know, because Patrick,
dude, was it?
Stewart
Oh,
didn't
see-
want any of the original cast, did he?
He didn't. So in the beginning of Picard, he did not want any of the original cast, and they had to force him to get like one or two in later. And then they forced him to. Then Terry made it sound like he cocked him into making it sound like it was his idea to bring the rest of the cast back, which is so funny, dude.
Yeah, if you make it
That's how
somebody
you gotta
else's
do things in
idea, it's
Hollywood.
a great way. Yeah.
Terry's like worked some magic to make it Patrick's idea. So
what
no,
you're
this
saying, Patrick, is if we brought the rest of the crew card, that's really good,
that's
Patrick.
a brilliant idea. And Patrick's
Is
like,
it? Oh, okay.
yes,
Yeah,
it is. It's a
absolutely.
good idea.
Yeah,
Make a show.
Wait, that whole of season 1 and 2 never ever happened. Oh, that's such a good idea, Patrick. It's really good.
Dude,
Okay.
okay, quick aside, for Starfleet Academy, just to find clips, I had to go back into Picard season 1 and the PTSD kicked in a little bit, watching some of that shit and going, oh my God. What?
There are some things, like some movies, TV shows, or whatever, where you have to revisit them for whatever reason, and you get that feeling of, I remember why I wanted to do a lot of coverage of this. I shouldn't. You're like tempted by the One Ring or something. You're like, no.
Why shouldn't I talk?
Dude, I am going to do a Watchmen review before Lanterns comes out. We'll talk about that when in the Lantern section. I am going to do it. Fuck it.
So with Picard season 1, though, I am never ever going to get tired of dead Picard and dead Data talking to each other, where Picard's professing his love for Data, and Data says, "Could you kill me?"
Wow.
It really happened like that. We are in the worst era of entertainment ever. Oh my God. It's so funny that we look back to that shit and we're like getting stuff that's just as bad. Like 4 or 5 years later. And then Hollywood's like,
Horrific.
oh, what could have happened to us? Nobody's watching our stuff anymore. Must be the Republicans. Boo. You know, it's like, Jesus Christ.
The premise with almost every one of these franchises continuing, they're all jokes you would make about the worst version of them about 20 plus years ago. You'd be like, if they brought it back and did this.
It's a parody, Mahler.
Yeah.
That's why you know comedy is dead, because bad Hollywood is something that could have been parodied for years.
It's the changeover to me is perfectly. There's a couple of franchises that can show this, but Terminator does it perfectly. I think
Yeah.
the difference between Terminator 3 and Terminator Dark Fate, like we used to get sequels that were basically like, "Hey, let's do Terminator 2 again." Exact same thing. They come from at a different time in his life, and we involve some other people, but the Arnie comes back and saves him. Just that simple. That crowd pleasing. It'll be fine. Dark Fate was like, no. Let's completely uproot the entire fucking franchise and piss off everyone. It's like, oh, that's a strange goal. Because at least, you know, T3, not a great movie, but it's the kind of one that you can watch and just be like, it's all right.
You know what? It's a good, like, alternate universe. What if the ending anyway?
Yeah,
I kind of like the ending. The movie's kind of shit, but
there's loads of parts to like in that. There's little flourishes. One of my favorite
movie's
bits
getting bigger.
Was Dr. Silberman turning up to console Claire Danes, and then he sees Arnie and he just runs away. I thought that was funny.
Uh-huh.
I've only ever seen T3 once. I only ever wanted to see it once.
It's not offensive, except when they say, like, oh yeah, Sarah Connor died of cancer off screen. It's like, oh.
Is there a Dune trailer out, chat? There's a Dune.
The Dark Fate.
No, I think it's supposed to be tomorrow, but there's images.
No, they say I got a Dune trailer.
There's posters, and yes,
you're saying the chat is lying. I will not stand for it. Okay,
I will double check, but I just saw a post saying that's out
you
tomorrow.
Leave chat alone.
Oh my god.
Were we talking about Buffy? Sorry. Okay.
Oh, it's a teaser trailer.
So it's a teaser for the trailer?
Official teaser trailer. Okay.
It's official teaser trailer or teaser
like
for the teaser?
So it's weird.
Teasing the trailer.
How is a 2-minute 30-second clip a teaser trailer?
Is it a mid-quel trailer, Mahler? Or an intraquel?
An intraquel, maybe?
Intraquel. It's a NyQuil trailer.
Oh.
All right, well, we'll get to it in a second. We're talking about Buffy. This is for Perry, so he can clip. So, Buffy, back to Buffy. Perry, you could just, right, there you go. So, Sarah Michelle Gellar is out there blaming one person. Now, Az might know something, but I don't know how much Az can say.
No, I'm allowed to say.
You're allowed to say it. Okay, so
yeah,
I'll lead you into this, buddy. Mm-hmm. All right, so Sarah Michelle Gellar is blaming one executive. Robert Meyer Burnett, and Az had the script first before anybody shared one single page. Other people were saying Mahler is the first person to show me the last page of the script. And if you read the last page of the script, you completely understand why this got canceled, but it's not because of the script, apparently. So there's a lot of he said, she said craziness. And, you know, honestly, my first thought when Sarah Michelle Gellar said, well, all the executives said they were on board and one said he didn't. Well, I know Hollywood enough to know there's a lot of producers that will tell you they're on board for something. And then the minute you walk out of the room, it's like, ditch this shit. It's terrible. I mean, like, that's Hollywood. That's Hollywood, baby. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but that was my first thought. Now it appears there's something different going on, which is inexplicable, but believable. It's not the script that got it canceled. It's not necessarily, it might be the one executive. And let's also preface this with 2 years ago, guys, this would have been greenlit for 2 seasons. They wouldn't even done a pilot. They would have just like looked at the script and stamped it and said, go. So pilot season coming back is very new because they're running out of money and they're not just going to let stuff go. But yeah, this is why we get 2 seasons of Starfleet Academy. There was no pilot. They just approved it and let it go. So Az, what have you heard?
So we don't normally do like sources said stuff because Or if we do, we sort of
'Cause it's gay.
skim over it because it's gay. We certainly don't do videos on it, and I won't be doing a video on this. But I do have limited sources, certainly compared to other people.
He does.
But one of them contacted us yesterday, sent me through the script. So I had the script yesterday. I was reading through it. It's not good. It's fucking awful in places. Particularly when you're reading the writers' setups for the never mind the dialogue being bad, but the setup blocks of
first that oh my god that whole what did she? Oh, I can't even say There's a song I forgot what the name of the song. Some Carly Simon song that nobody's ever heard of, and they're like the song names. The vibes are in the air of this song, and I'm like, who writes scripts like this? Robert had it. Hang on. Sorry,
middle-aged white women.
Middle-aged dude. It's middle-aged white woman.
That's who. Middle-aged white women who think that old songs from their time is good for contemporary Gen Zers.
Sorry, tag, and this is the final page. A beautiful autumn day. Big let the river run vibes as sharply dressed workers all pour out of Midtown. Big, how am I, as an actor, and you're sitting there reading this, like, what's a big, I don't even know this fucking song. Let the river run vibe. What does that mean? Chloe Zhao and writers. Where am I finding my motivation for this? And I guess it's a Carly Simon song, and it's like, oh, this is so woke white woman. It's like,
you're so vain.
Yeah.
Probably this script is about you.
A lot of how the chungus nature of how this is written, like the very it's hard not to put it this way. And maybe this sounds a bit unfair because technically I would qualify for this, but feels very much like this person maybe watched Buffy, or these people watched Buffy, and that's about as far as there's not a lot going on there, if you know what I mean. Like, they like the show and they want to make a new show, and this is the best they can do. It's like,
well, that's what it certainly looks like. And we've mentioned this in the past. Robert Burnett mentioned it on Twitter, I think today or last night. This is written from the perspective of somebody's worldview is watching TV shows.
Yeah.
No real life experience. They just watched other TV shows, and that's where they write from.
He hates this script.
Oh, I've seen him going fucking scorched earth on this thing, which is also satisfying.
It's like even the cadets from Starfleet Academy are.
He did say that.
Are nicer than this bunch of fucking idiots. Like, whoa,
Robert, hold on. And then I read some of the script, and I'm like,
despises, by the way, Starfleet Academy.
Yes.
It's interesting because I think part of his rage seems to come from the fact that, because you're right, Gary, that him sort of zeroing in on that being the problem, but that's the problem with almost everything these days. And what's so interesting is Buffy is like part of a source of this that he's said on different streams before. He thinks that a lot of modern writers that are currently working in Hollywood, some of their major inspiration comes from specifically watching probably Buffy when they were younger.
Yep.
And it's like, this is where all the shallow copying shit comes from. Unfortunately for Whedon, he happened to make one of the most formative and important stories in the form of a major TV show for the age group that now are writing in Hollywood, and he made The Avengers, which was top fucking tier. So the major franchise of comic book superhero shit that's going on is all iterative from that, and then loads of TV shows that are getting made are all iterative from Buffy, as well as other stuff, of course, but because Buffy was iterative of other things as well. But like, it was a better version of that format, that formula, even, because everything comes from something. And it used to be you take things you like from another thing and then you add yourself into it with like, a lot of crazy good creative instincts. But these days it's more of a lazy sort of sludge that just pours out with references and just a low effort garbage, which we're seeing fucking everywhere. And so I think he got pretty incensed because this is a confirmation of the thing he's been warning and yelling about for so long.
Well, the beginning is like such a
Buffy remake, like, unlike other TV shows where it's like, this is clearly been influenced by Buffy. This one is Buffy, and it's getting the exact same treatment.
But the way they introduced, excuse me, the new Slayer, who's called Nova, into this,
great,
is they rip off Resident Evil 3's opening scene with Jill which in itself is a rip-off of multiple films we've seen, where basically the protagonist is having a nightmare, wakes up, goes to the bathroom, things start happening to them, teeth falling out, you know, turn into a zombie in the case of Jill. In this case, she turns into a vampire, and then wakes up again, and it's in the morning. And it was actually a dream in a dream. How many times have we fucking seen that? It is such an old trope. And that's how they decided to introduce the new Slayer in this show.
Recent show, like Robert was going in on he said this is written by two sisters who have no life experience or something like that. It's like Russian Doll. That's what they wrote, right? Russian Doll recently. But they were picked because we need to have like women writing Buffy and stuff because it's women stuff. And we need to have a woman show writer.
I've never understood that fucking logic. If they're going to be like, Buffy's amazing, it's beautiful, it's wonderful, we love it to death, it couldn't possibly be written by a man. Like, what do you mean? Like, what? We couldn't.
They didn't do Russian Doll. Wasn't Russian Doll Leslie Headland?
Oh.
But they were writers on it. It was Russian Doll or Poker Face. No, Poker Face.
Poker Face. It's Poker Face.
Sorry. So no. I saw that on Twitter the other day, Mahler. It's like only a woman could write, you know, Aegon's sisters.
You know what?
And I'm like, a man wrote the book.
Yeah.
You know what really bothers me is, and I don't want to pull this card, okay? However, I'm getting a little bit of touristy vibes. Maybe it's the wrong word. And maybe I should be heading toward more, you should be appreciating what makes Buffy Buffy, which obviously if we were choosing one person, it's Joss Whedon. But you might think if I was choosing extra people, you're like, oh, do you start choosing Sarah Michelle Gellar, Anthony Head, people like that? I was like, no, I choose Mutant Enemy. They're next up.
Yep.
And it's like, do people even know what that is? Do people know the writing team are incredibly important, like personally, essentially trained by Joss? They all had like that voice, that vision, right? Like he's showrunner, which is another thing people seem to not understand what that means.
There's two guys out there that could probably write a pretty mean Firefly or Buffy script. Drew Goddard, Stephen Knight.
Stephen DeKnight.
Yeah. Sorry, Stephen DeKnight.
What pisses me off about this is when it was announced, it was like without Joss Whedon. It's like, well, yeah, we couldn't really have expected he was coming back, but did they at least have a single member of Mutant Enemy? It's like, no. Like,
nope.
Well, that's insane. There is no Buffy without the people who wrote Buffy. And it's like, oh, we need women. You're like, they were women on Mutant Enemy. Like, why didn't you grab them?
Yeah.
You fucking idiots.
There's always been women. This is the disingenuous argument. There's always been women writing. Always. Star Trek has had plenty of great women write for them.
Yes. But they need to be in charge because it's symbolic and
the Me
but
Too
it's not
movement asserting itself.
100%. And it's and this will lead into what you're gonna say. It's 100% correct. It's the Me Too movement that's led us to all this bullshit where we have women who are just completely woefully unqualified to write genre because they weren't into it. And there are women who can write genre and who are into it. They just don't know the right people, or for whatever reason they don't get picked. Plus, there isn't enough of them. There just flat out isn't enough of them.
This reeks of disrespect to me. The fact that they didn't even say why aren't Jane Espenson and Martin Oxon involved at all?
Yep.
If you proclaim to be so fucking invested, female writers, the ones who helped create the show, several iconic episodes are due to them, under the tutelage of the guy who made it possible. Like, what's going on? Not even a word about this. Where the fuck is David Fury? He made so many of the best episodes. Like, he wrote them. I just don't understand this. And it's like, no, we're bringing Buffy back. It's like, you can't. It's impossible. You haven't got anybody that makes it Buffy. And you'd be like, we got Sarah Michelle Gellar. It's like, famously someone who's very bad when it comes to the creative decisions of Buffy, who's had comments about how, like, Buffy ends post season 5, you know, like, to her because everything after was like out of character, and that she didn't even like The Body, which is the best episode of Buffy.
It is the best episode of Buffy.
It is. And look at all her decisions post Buffy. Like, why would you put her in charge of anything?
There was a tweet I saw that said, like, I think fans need to come to terms with the fact after reading the script that Sarah Michelle Gellar is not a good custodian for Buffy. She's not. She's a good actress for Buffy, not a good carer for Buffy, not a good steward. And it's intuitive, right? It's like, well, of course she would be. It's like, no, it's actually rare that the actor is an excellent steward for the character.
I will give you proof. Towards the end of Buffy, they were doing a lot of panels at Comic-Con, Smaller. You know who would not attend the panels at all, ever?
Mm-hmm.
Sarah Michelle Gellar. She did one towards the end at Comic-Con, and she had to do it alone. She made sure to do it alone without Joss. I was there. I attended it. The rest of the group would show up and it'd be fine. But yeah, she was very aloof.
Which they don't.
What was that?
If they fucking actually liked each other, which they don't.
Well, they never did. That's the problem. But, you know.
I think they were always wrestling for who does Buffy belong to ultimately, if it was between those two. And I think we're finding out who it really did belong to if it was one of them.
Joss. It belongs to Joss.
You'd have a better chance if Joss like expanded the universe with new characters than bringing back Buffy.
It's funny you say this. Like the I get asked it all the time. It's like, if you had ultimate power and money and you were forced to make a new Buffy show in the sense that it needs to be in the universe, what would you do? It's like, we go back in time. We go back in time. We just take another story, and we don't do anything after. Angel's ending needs to not be touched, and you can't really touch it. You can't not touch it if you're going to do more Buffy, because Angel's going to need a mention at some point, and Spike, and possibly even fucking Illyria. Different characters that people are going to be curious about, confirmations and stuff. So there's so many great stories you could tell. But the alternate one that I always suggested, I still think you could make sort of. I hesitate to say this because I know that people don't care about the character as much at all, but like Old Man Logan, in the sense of take Giles. Anthony Stewart Head is very old now, too old, sorry, to act. I'm sure he'd love to do this, but you have that sort of sequence where he's maybe retired and he's thinking about his life, and you can do the comparison of present day.
They were going to do it.
Yeah. They were going to do a Spike show. They're going to do a Faith show. There was all these different ideas.
Yeah, they're going to do Ripper with him.
A Ripper show could still work.
Yeah,
you just get a really good fucking actor to play a young version of Giles, but you have Anthony Stewart Head commentating and talking in the future.
In the future, yeah, he's thinking back to when, yeah,
he could. I hesitate to say this because how badly they handle this shit, but it could be that he's got some kind of bad diagnosis or something, and he's coming to the end, so that you could have him look back on his life and stuff. But telling the story of Ripper would have been fucking easy win, and it takes you to a timeline that's already safe. You don't have to worry about ruining anything if you have a brain,
which they don't. And the fact that like Joss Whedon's name is still poison in the town, we'll see that when Firefly gets brought up. But there is no Buffy without Joss. There is no Firefly without Joss. It sounds like this was, when Az gets back, he's going to tell you what's really behind this, which is kind of surprising, but not.
Something that baffles me as well is they didn't make a Nikki Woods just show, the Slayer from, she was in New York, I think, right?
Yeah.
The one that Spike killed. It's like, you could just make a show about her, and it ends with meeting Spike, and then the rest is history sort of thing.
Well,
could have done whatever you wanted.
There's an article from Deadline. This is a summary of what possibly the reasons why Buffy was canceled, which might include some of the things you've talked about or will talk about.
Well, let's wait till Az gets back.
Yeah, gotta wait for Az. There's so many things to talk about in terms of premise as well, right? Like, because Sunnydale's destroyed. So the second they were like, this will be taking place in New Sunnydale, it was already just like, fucking hell. What are you saying? That they rebuilt? A friend of mine phrased it. I thought it was funny as fuck. They phrased it as, what are you saying? They rebuilt Murder Town.
Yeah.
Like, why would they do that?
I know.
It's like, you can't, and then Buffy is the only thing you can imagine she's doing now is leading an organization filled with Slayers, which is what Angel implies in season 5.
Yeah,
doesn't go into too much detail. It's just that there's a fucking 1,000 of them across Earth now, so Buffy's gonna be busy. But no, this show had a different idea as to what the fuck she's up to, which we can get into, I suppose.
Yeah. By the way, the June 3 trailer has dropped.
Okay, we will talk about it. So, Az, tell us what you have heard.
So, the same contact that sent us the script said
Wait.
Yeah.
Do you want to, because yours is more than likely, quote unquote, the truth. Should we go with the ones first?
Okay, yeah. If you say what the current rumors are as to why,
well,
because
so
mine is different than all of them.
The first one I saw floating around was the broad assumption. It's just the people who were in charge thought it was awful. That's what I kept seeing repeated by lots of different people, including a claimed scooper. There's like a Buffy account sort of thing. The broad thing being they thought it was bad. That's why they canceled it. And then the new sort of perspective that people have seen because of Sarah Michelle Gellar and some other quote unquote scoopers are saying it was one specific executive and he didn't like anything to do with Buffy, and he made it clear when they were doing everything that he never watched it. He was proud to have never watched it, and he was basically never going to let this survive no matter what anyway. And now he's getting a lot of fucking flack online when people don't even know if that's definitively true, because Sarah Michelle Gellar has said it's true. So those are like the two fighting perspectives online. And then we've got this one, which I did see as well, which Hulu felt the show played too young as it focused too much on the new character played by Ryan Kira Armstrong and was too small, which completely reasonable, by the way, to say, like, why is the Buffy reboot not got Buffy in it, I think. Except, we'll get to it. A rewrite to address these issues took place with more scenes featuring Buffy added in and a darker tone. Sure, maybe that happened. Who knows? Despite the rewrites, Hulu still decided to pass on the series. Deadline reports Disney Television Group president Craig Witch, I don't know, who was allegedly the producer who wasn't a fan of the original show that Sarah Michelle Gellar mentioned in an interview, was the one who decided not to move forward with the show. So that's 3 different perspectives that are on offer, and Az has a 4th.
Yeah, so the person who's very credible, by the way, in the position that they're in, very credible indeed, said to us that the reason why they're not going ahead is because of Chloe Zhao. And the response was that they were actually very keen to go ahead with a full series of this show. And another issue which had come in was the money. Now, allegedly, from this source, they're saying that because Chloe Zhao and Sarah Michelle Gellar were the big, they were the big driving force behind this, they'd negotiated that everybody was going to still be paid in pre-production. Everyone. So everyone involved in a project. However, they couldn't get Chloe Zhao to commit to when to do the series, the actual series. She was either putting them off or saying, I'm too busy at the moment. We need to find a better time in the schedule. And apparently this had been dragging on for a wee bit. And because of the contract with the pre-production costs, a decision was made that was it. We're done now. We have spent way too much. This is stupid. We haven't even got a season going. Done. It's over. We're just cutting it now. We're just cutting the neck off it right now. Because they were hemorrhaging money on this project. And to me, I mean, the source is exceedingly credible. They don't speak out much, but when they do, I get, I got the script through before it leaked. They're not sure. They were convinced that the script is going to get leaked. They said they're absolutely convinced the script's going to get leaked. And they said it might be getting leaked as a defense mechanism to protect Chloe Zhao, as she seems to be the big issue as to why this just couldn't get off the ground.
They were so attached to Chloe Zhao, so she gave an interview at the Academy Awards. I'm paraphrasing, but she said she wasn't like surprised that it got canceled, something to that effect.
Well, maybe because she was dragging her feet.
Maybe because she was dragging her feet and being a flake. And probably didn't really want to take on, particularly with her movie getting 8 Academy Awards, her interests might have changed. Like, I'll take on this show because right now the Eternals kind of fucked up my career.
Don't you find it very coincidental that it gets canceled pretty much the day before the Oscars hit?
Yeah.
I find that kind of with the information that I was given, I kind of find it's a very maybe to kind of piss on the parade, but maybe they weren't thinking
Chloe
she was
Zhao
going to come out on top.
Gets nominated for a bunch of Oscars. Her show gets canceled, and then the lead actress of The Bride wins Best Actress as her movie is currently bombing. Like that is the state of Hollywood right now. Oh God. Oh, and one woke after another. I said this last night. This is the one time I agree with Oscars So White, guys. Because the best picture went to the single most woke white person movie ever fucking made. Complete overrated
I'll never
slog. Don't, dude, it's so, everybody's all PTA and people are running to Letterbox and masturbating vigorously. It's like, whatever. Fucking terrible.
I just enjoyed
movie.
the fighting between Sinners and One Battle After Another. That was funny.
Yeah, woke white people versus black people. Yeah, that was funny.
I thought I was Sinners. No.
I think Frankenstein should have won Best Picture because it was better than both of those movies. F1 should have won Best Picture because it was better than both of those movies.
I went through the list, by the way. Went through the list of best movies because I hadn't even seen it until Sunday.
Begonia is better than both.
Or Monday, and I was just like,
yeah, I think so.
Was there really? I mean, I haven't seen F1, but I was kind of like,
you haven't seen F1?
Like a power. This doesn't. No, I will because I know I will enjoy it. I love myself a bit of Formula One and all that kind of stuff. So it'd probably be right
it's
up my
fantasy
alley.
Formula One, apparently. So
I didn't. Yeah, I know. It's an advert for America to please get into more F1. We could really do with some American money as well. But the list didn't seem massively strong this year.
No, like I talked about it last night. I'm like, maybe there should be a year where like there's no best pictures this year. Because I liked F1, I like Frankenstein. In better times, they would have never been considered for Best Picture ever. Begonia, maybe. Mahler's seen it. I liked Begonia. I didn't think I would, but I liked it. So,
so there was 10 nominations, right? Let's go through as quickly as possible. So
that's
One
the
Battle
Dark
After
Knight
Another.
rule.
Everybody has told me not to watch that film. Secret Agent is really good, but it's not like it didn't make it into my top 10, which I managed to actually construct for this year. Begonia was my number 9. I thought it was really good, really funny, really interesting, and just I don't know. It's one of the better ones from Yorgos for me. I like the premise enough anyway. Marty Supreme I thought was really, really good. I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's just Chalamet did deserve that Oscar, honestly. It's kind of funny that they all skew it.
But he's not going to get shit for shit anymore, is he?
That's the truth. I mean, yeah, I'm wondering about that. That was weird. Like the extremely passionate, aggressive destruction of him during the Oscars. It's like, where the hell did that come from? When you go and see the clip for what he said, all you're going to do is go, well, but he's right.
Well,
but the voting had already been happened. Like the voting had already happened after. So
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about all of the people's comments, the fucking the big like dance sequence that apparently is trying to insult him
and ballet right in front of him and stuff.
In their fucking Oscar acceptance speeches, making jabs at him. It's like, why are you all obsessed with his comment about ballet? Move on with your lives.
Because it's art, Mahler. It's a form of art that nobody cares about.
Somebody posted, they were just like, wow, the Oscars are all up in arms just because they found out Timothée Chalamet was straight.
Oh. Well, how about them turning on Pedro Pascal because his boyfriend's
Jewish?
Dude, Hollywood's retarded.
That is the best shit ever.
Oh,
you know the performance where they said Misty Copeland is coming out of retirement to put Timothée Chalamet in his place for ballet. I saw a quote to be like, one, this wasn't supposed to be about that at all. It was supposed to be like a celebration of the art forms themselves in what it was. So fuck that. But secondly, who the fuck is Misty Copeland? Is what most people are saying.
Yeah.
So like, doesn't this just prove Timothée Chalamet?
Person I've never heard of is going to put him in his place. Okay.
Anyway,
she can stand on our tippy toes. Anyway, back to Buffy. So
that was on the nominations. So the Train Dreams, apparently Platoon highly recommended that. I thought it was really good. F1, you guys have said is really, really fucking good. Sinners, nah. Frankenstein, I feel like it's You know, that was an easy choice as well. Sentimental Value was my number 2 of the year, by the way. I highly recommend that.
I heard that's really good.
Stellan Skarsgård is pretty fucking good in it.
Well,
And then Hamnet, which I didn't see. I don't know if
I never would.
I got not much.
And that's the Chloe Zhao movie.
Yeah. It got 8 nominations, right? It got a ton. I don't know if it was 8, but it was a lot.
So what I was going to say is there's ones to choose before One Battle After Another for sure. Like some easy choices before that one, but I think it was kind of like just that was going to happen. Like it shouldn't have surprised anybody.
Well, it was Chris Gore had the best theory on it. Like he did Licorice Pizza, and he got a lot of shit. PTA got a lot of shit because it was just filled with white people, and he hasn't gotten a Best Picture yet. I think he's been nominated. Can't remember, but they felt like it was his time, and he decided to play in to everything Hollywood wanted, like hit all the DEI rules that you have to, because the DEI rules are insane for Oscars. We've covered them a lot. So he hit that, and he what he kind of calls, he made a cathartic political piece of art for Hollywood. So he made a movie for Hollywood. That's what he made, and he won.
Isn't that Hollywood?
I mean, yes. And then they wonder why, God, the Oscars are going to YouTube and nobody watches them anymore. And they wonder why, you know. Well, and honestly, last year there wasn't any great movies. There's some really good ones, no great ones. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, Superman. That was great. That was supposed to be the greatest movie ever.
That was nominated for an Oscar for best film, wasn't it?
No.
No,
Mahler's all what?
What was funny is I short circuited for a second because I was like, "Oh wait, was it?" Then I was like, "Wait, what category would it have been?" Like what?
Did Superman get nominated for any special effects? Maybe.
No, the special effects were awful.
I agree. I'm just wondering. I can't remember.
I think Gary's right in that that's what you'd expect if it got one, because But
it'd be like best audio. It'd be something like that. It'd be hidden like best audio,
best ego.
Dude, they had a new award, best casting.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Didn't you do that always?
Okay. Yeah.
Well, my theory is they wanted to give an award to they wanted to make sure a woman got an award because there are no male casting directors in fucking Hollywood.
Whatever.
Well, yeah, because we did a top 10 episode between 4 people, including Drinker, by the way, and we all concluded at the start like this was a bad year. This was tough to do. Like, getting a top 10 movies in 2025 was tough.
No, streaming was better than the theatrical, like by far. I saw better things on streaming than I did in the theater. And this year is starting out the same way.
I was going to say, hasn't One Piece season 2 just like destroyed
everything?
Netflix charts? Yeah.
Despite if you're on X Twitter, and listen, respect if the people watch the anime and that's and read the manga and sat through the 1,155 episodes, which can get way more deeper and are pissed at the I'm not going to get mad at them. Like, respect, but I love it.
How does it feel, Gary? You're on the other end of the fence now. You how does it feel to be the one that's like, hey,
I understand. I just go, hopefully you have that same understanding for Tolkien fans. So I don't get mad at them. I'm like, okay, I'm a complete normie on this. I might not be forever, but I told Flash this is like, I'm putting off watching the anime because I'll end up coming back. Just going, fuck this. So, but yeah, everybody's a normie for something.
Yeah.
Anyway, Buffy.
Are we gonna read that last page, maybe, or?
Yeah, let's read the last page.
Okay.
We will watch the Dune 3 trailer in a bit.
What about the zombie vampire that rises up from the
Do you know
ground?
which page it is?
It's page. Is it 3?
Wait. If we're doing highlights, we got to start with page 2.
Okay, let's do
Okay.
tape.
Okay, the one that everyone's seen.
The
yeah.
one
Just
that,
to
yeah, because
repeat
some people
what
in
Az
chat are
said
not going to know
before we
about
go.
this, so-
The reason this got canceled, folks, just to reset this, is Az is saying it was Chloe Zhao. People are trying to protect Chloe Zhao, so all this shit's going on to deflect from her for some reason because she's
the Sony actually. It's not Sony. Hulu wanted to go forward with a season. They were paying out the ass to keep the pre-production going.
Yep.
Because the contract stated that people in pre-production would still get paid. They couldn't nail Chloe Zhao down to commit to a time frame to film this, and then decided to ultimately just fucking cut the neck. Be like, right.
Instead of finding a new showrunner.
Yeah. No, they just did off the whole project, and I think maybe the release of the script is an effort to protect Chloe Zhao, because maybe nobody ever believed in this fucking script, and after you read it, you can sort of see why.
If there is any hope to have a positive effect by releasing this, I just, I'd, if I were a friend of theirs, I would caution them. But so like context, you got some. I mean, the whole fucking thing is filled with brand new characters. Stacy was she tried to stake. She was too aggressive with a guy who was pretending to be a vampire, a little Renfair thing, and so she's been shuttled out, and she's talking to I think it was a boyfriend, right? And so because he didn't do anything about it, and she says, "You could have at least defended me," and he says, "I didn't want to take away your agency, babe. You hate it when I dim your light," and she says, "That is so you trying to weaponize my feminism against me."
Can I commit suicide yet?
Yes.
Thank you.
Eat some fish and chicken. You'll be good to go. So yeah, when I first saw this, I was reading through. When I read that line, I was like, okay.
Oh God.
Oh.
It's not a good start, is it? Considering that's your first dialogue. Well, pretty much your first dialogue, apart from the people getting pissy at the beginning.
Well, I've seen people say,
by the way,
like, no,
if you read the writer's notes between what's going on, she walks past a bunch of slayers, and they're being referred to as
Edwards and Bellas and 80 perfect.
They are overly sexy off versions of slayers.
Yeah, because Faith and Buffy were never sexy.
No, never.
I also, so like, am I clear in understanding? So everything to do with Buffy and the Slayer and stuff has become like public culture.
What it must have done.
Yeah, because that Ren Fair you're talking about it was a reenactment of what happened in Sunnydale, and it's like this thing they do every year.
It just feels like we've got a huge gap to sort out there.
Like Vampire Weekend. Oh, that's a band.
Well, because like I've seen people say this is justified because that's where all the vampire activity happens. It's like, no, vampires were all over the world. Like it's kind of a world building problem for the Buffy verse that they were so secret, right? Because like Angel, LA is filled with demons and vampires.
Yep.
So it's not unique to Sunnydale. In fact, Giles says there's a Hellmouth in Cleveland at the end of the show. Like we could go and sort that out. It's. So like
I still laugh at that joke.
Yeah, because it's funny.
The dialogue in this is fucking terrible, dude.
Yeah.
And I mean, Whedon, really good dialogue. That's what he was known for.
A lot of good famous memes from Buffy.
Yeah.
Just good dialogue.
Just are you going to read another page?
Well, so
I'm waiting for the one that Az wants.
I just want to if I read this behind her. So she leaves the Ren Fair on her own after having an argument with a boyfriend. She goes off into like the wood area or the like a golfy course area or something, and then suddenly she's attacked by zombie vampires coming out of the ground. And this is the direction given by the writers. Behind her, a second wraith-like figure crawls from the sand. Its skin is dead and stretched like a corpse with stringy hair and dirty clothes that might identify it as female.
Well, you wouldn't want to assume.
But you wouldn't want to
assume.
assume the dead, decayed, rotted corpse's gender now, would we?
Which, by the way, there is a line later in this script where a girl is, I think it is this girl who's revealed dead to a whole bunch of people. And Nova says, "Oh my God, a girl died." And someone else says, "Well, we shouldn't assume her gender." Like, I've seen people say, like, no, that's self-aware. And it's like,
no.
I'm curious if that's self-aware, considering that was like a direction that just said, we assume female. It's like, are you sure?
Wow.
Like, are you sure that's what this script is doing? Is something that bothers me on good old page. It's the end of page 25. So I guess Nova's looking for some information. They're at the library, and the librarian unlocks the ornate gate with a key. Above sign reads Rupert E. Giles Collection. And he says, here we are. The Rupert Giles Collection mostly gathers dust, but the funding shows up every year like clockwork. If you want to tell me that Sunnydale's now famous for its story, Giles would be the most famous watcher.
I'm getting some more news through.
Okay. All right, finish your thought, Molly.
Yeah.
That if his collection wouldn't be fucking gathering dust, it would be venerated. People would be fascinated by it. It would be the greatest collection that tells you everything about every monster that goes bump in the night. That's like the whole idea with Giles.
Yeah.
The reason it's like, so to speak, dusty in the original series is because, again, the world building is that it's all a secret. And then Buffy herself and her friends aren't interested in reading. They do it, but they don't like it. It's just a young people thing. But now you're telling me it's like, so we rebuilt it and we have Giles's collection and it's gathering dust. What's Giles doing?
Yeah.
And why is no one reading this if everyone's so interested in Sunnydale's history?
He stepped aside for a female watcher.
Yeah.
That's what he's done.
This kind of
They
shit
don't need no man.
It just makes me feel like it's like, well, of course we'd be gathering dust because they mentioned his dusty books in the original series. Like, you're not thinking about anything. You just you're just building shit randomly, and it's really annoying.
Incidentally, you know that Buffy, the action figure library set, that thing goes for a lot of money. I think it goes for like $300 to $500. It's a cool.
I have seen people mention, by the way, that Giles is going to be dead canonically in this show,
Of
and I was
course.
just like, that's actually like a kind of a better end than what you'd expect them to do, honestly.
As
yes. Okay, yeah. So secondary contact. This is not the original contract. Secondary contact has I think they've reached out because of the information I just gave there. And they said the reason why they couldn't proceed with the series is because Chloe Zhao wanted to direct every episode. She wanted to direct it all.
okay.
So they they were offering to go with other directors, and Chloe Zhao was shooting them down, saying, "I got to direct this whole thing." So I think there's a lot of conflict probably going on between Chloe Zhao and the studio, and I think it got to the point where the studio most likely just got sick of it.
Oh, by the way, some people are asking if they would stick to the comic canon. No, they were going to just do
no. Comic canon is only canon until they make something else in live action, and then it all gets discarded.
Yeah,
End
which
of
was
story.
exactly what they were going to do.
Yeah.
I suppose the only thing left then would be the last page.
Yes, the last page. So, just in case you guys didn't know, the Buffy reboot doesn't have Buffy in it until the last page.
Last literal second of the show.
Oh. A beautiful autumn day, big let the river run vibes as sharply dressed workers all pour into Midtown. We track a woman in a pantsuit from behind as she makes her way across into a massive building housing insurance company headquarters. The woman swipes her ID and sweeps into a crowded elevator. Just as she turns, we think we'll see her face, but the elevator door's shut. Follow as the woman makes her way to a cubicle, stows her tasteful work bag, sips her coffee, wakes her computer. Janet says, "Anne, you heading in? Don't want to be late for the morning meeting." Anne turns around. It's Buffy Summers. Buffy smiles, but wry but genuine. Nope, wouldn't want that. She looks smart, professional, happy to be one of the many in a field of cubicles. The nameplate on her cubicle says Anne Summers. an alias she's used before.
Oh,
She grabs
Dan
her notes
Summers, fuck it. Are you kidding me?
and heads off with the others in her department. Stay on her computer as the curated alert box pops up in the corner of her computer screen. Property destruction, death in workplace, possible death liability, earthquake damage. The alert pops up on and on, all from one town, Sunnydale, California. Buffy, Anne, is unaware as she piles into a conference room. As a crushingly boring PowerPoint begins, she sits and zones out like everybody else. Off Buffy, far from the Slayer we once knew her to be.
All right,
The end.
Buffy Skywalker.
This is literally Force Awakens.
Yes, it is.
What's she do? When it starts off, does Nova go up to her with Mr. Pointy? She just like
She
throws
just
it
throws it over her
shoulder.
And this is fascinating because it's like, so you got an unprecedented amount of Slayers who are desperate for like direction and teaching. Buffy can go across the world, do whatever she wants. She became an insurance worker in a cubicle. What are you talking about?
Well,
It's
she's tracking the what's going on. That's
I don't think
the
she
company
is.
she's.
I don't think she is. I think the implication there is that she's about to be made aware of Sunnydale, California as a coincidence with her job.
And just one thing, just to the point of Buffy's literally in the final fucking seconds of the movie of the episode. When Stacy's killed at the beginning, the writers go titles up: Buffy the Vampire Slayer, New Sunnydale.
Ugh.
That was the title they're running with for the show.
And there's a 90-minute pilot, right?
Yeah, 90-minute pilot.
90-minute pilot for the Buffy reboot without Buffy.
Without Buffy until the last 2 minutes, yeah.
And all this talk about getting Sarah Michelle Gellar back, and she's in like a couple of seconds of the last one. Now, there apparently there were rewrites to get more of her in it.
I'm not sure I believe it because that one screenshot of the set that came out, she had the red dress, and it's exactly this description. It's like, uh-oh. Like, I think this is exactly what they actually did. And you know, it reeks of, I totally watched the show. It's like, she's using Anne because she did in season 3. It's like, shut the fuck up. Seriously.
Yeah.
An alias she's used previously. It would be like if I said to you, it's like, she mentions Cordelia, someone who used to be in Buffy, by the way. You're like, yeah. That doesn't mean, like, why you... there's so many choices that are just like, you clearly watched the show. I'm not sure how much you care about its integrity.
Yeah. No, it was two writers were put on who didn't have the ability and went to the most basic bitch thing you can go to. Old hero has lost faith in themselves and they need to be brought out of their self-destructive malaise and depression by a younger hero who's going to be a girl that's the key to everything. It's like, fucking A. Here we go again. And one guy with a fucking brain cell that works at Disney decided to shit can it.
It's so funny they don't even know. Like, if we could run the two universes where they get it approved, it runs for season, maybe even 2. It gets horrible reception. Sarah Michelle Gellar's reputation and Chloe Zhao they're just considered, the vampires of the Buffy fucking universe in meta. They've just destroyed it with every last piece, no soul, that sort of thing. But and then they move on and they regret it, and she even has to make a public apology or something. Sarah Michelle Gellar. It'd be like, he just saved you from all of that.
Yeah,
just so you know.
But he's a man, and this is now the fucking Me Too women's era.
Are they going to blame it all on the white guy? They are, aren't they?
Of course they are.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the script's release that's written by 2 females, and who's getting the fucking shit? The executive that shit canned it.
And remember, right? We had all that shit with Mark Hamill with Luke Skywalker that he complained,
Yeah.
But Buffy, like, Sarah Michelle Gellar did this. Like, this is what she wants. There's no excuse of, like, like Game of Thrones. It's like Conleth Hill toss in the script for Varys. It's like, we all get to see that, and we all get to go like, yeah, he didn't want this. But with Sarah Michelle Gellar, we're like, what the hell? you wanted this? And then you know what would happen years from now. She'd be like, yeah, there was some mistakes that were made. Sure. You know? And we'd be like, too little, too late.
Yep. And by the way, she's not going to help herself. Like this show is deader than dead because she just threw an executive under the bus by name. Like this thing is never coming back with a new showrunner or anything. It's done.
If she was correct and he's bitter enough to say, I'm not going to let this show happen out of pure, like, I didn't watch it, I never really liked it. It's like, what do you think he's going to do now?
He's going to green light it.
Yeah, you know what? You changed my mind.
You taught me round. Like, fucking hell. It's never gonna. No, it's never. We're never gonna see. Actually, there is something I didn't say. The person who I spoke to yesterday, they did say one thing though. They did say that they're very hot on the Buffy IP still.
Right. So they might find an alternative way.
So they might find an alternative that doesn't involve Buffy, maybe shift direction. Well, definitely not, no, but it shift direction completely. But apparently, Hulu are very still hot on doing something Buffy related.
Well, honestly, that doesn't surprise me. And I was saying, I think before we started streaming, the bean counter look on this on paper, it is a surprise somewhat that this got cancelled in the sense of no context. You go, we've got the original actress back, and we've got a hot director from Hollywood who's willing to attach themselves to it. It's like go, 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 go. That's how it comes across. But then it's like you find out all these details, and you're like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Because you'd think the clout that Chloe Zhao would have right now would be
huge,
more than enough to get this show through whatever fucking difficulties. But no, not enough.
Apparently not.
Why did they keep putting her in genre?
I don't know. She's out of her depth. I watched Eternals.
Maul hasn't.
Nope.
Yeah.
Keep it that way.
It is.
I'm clean.
It is a snooze fest beyond snooze fest, dude. It is the most boring, dull, bland fucking thing you will ever watch. It's insane. Horrific.
Firefly. More Joss Whedon talk before we get to Green Lantern. Firefly.
When he knocked at Tudyk's door, I knew it was over.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he did, when I saw the video of him knocking at Tudyk's door, I was just like, so this isn't live action then.
No.
You could still have had like that could still have happened. I was still honestly kind of assuming it would have been, because there's expectations that get set when you have all of them appearing live to say they're coming back. A lot of people are disappointed. I'm not. I'm very glad they're not doing live action. I feel like that would be even worse than what it's probably going to be, which is still probably going to be bad. I think we talked about this before. The best version of more and new Firefly is going to be Joss with some of the classic writers with the whole cast, and even that would probably be bad, unfortunately, because that's just how it goes. Knock out any of the previous writers and Joss, well, that just got way worse. It's like, is there any way to improve that? It's like, well, animated gives you less uncanny shit with how old they are and fucking around with story. And it's like, so
sure,
that's
but
like
it's also trapped within a story that we already know the ending.
Well, they can go to the future if they're animated, right?
No, it's going to take place in between.
No, I'm saying they can. I'm not saying they can.
Yes, they can. They can, but they can't.
That was why there was an advocacy for animated before this even got rumblings of an announcement. We were saying like the animated can take them anywhere they want. If they want to set it such that Wash is alive, then yeah, you'd need to. That's the best timeline to put it. Or in between episodes in the season, I suppose you could do that as well. But no, between Serenity and the show is like, yeah, there's a gap there you can use. No, the problem is who's writing it. Obviously, that's major. And Firefly, unfortunately, it was created in the 2000s. That doesn't exist anymore as an era. It's gone.
No.
Same with Buffy, though. It's the same with Buffy.
Absolutely,
because that was the 1990s, and You know, they were calling
Buffy's-
people fucking retarded in Buffy and shit.
Yes,
You
they
It's
were.
wonderful as it's fucking
Gay and
wonderful.
retarded.
It is. And
Um,
we know that we can never hear that from this group of fucking people again. You can't
No.
have normal people. You got to have the constraints of this Californian bubble people. So you can never have people actually speaking normally, regularly, or anything like that. No, that'll be triggering. # triggering.
The reality, like Buffy is quite the transitional show from 90s to 2000s as era. If you watch it from beginning to end, you can like see that happening in real time. It's a time capsule, much like Firefly is too.
Mm.
For a lot of like values for writing and approach to making TV. Let's be fucking honest. You know, one of my favorite quotes from, and this isn't even a Buffy one, is Angel. If you remember this, Gary, it's when Angelus is talking about, because they released him. This is a season 4 quote, by the way. They're talking about how to get Angel back, and Angelus is commenting on the Awakening episode where he imagines being a hero and solving all of the problems, and that's how he loses his soul because he's so happy about like everything working out. Angelus knows that, and he's talking to the crew about like what happened, and he says, "You mean killing the beasts like really does bring back the sun?" I thought that was just Angel's retarded fantasy.
Yeah. Good times. Well, we got this.
As of this moment, the word is
Okay.
What does it mean that Disney were like, "Yeah, man, this is great. Go for it." Not with us, though.
Yeah.
What? Disney, well known at this point for their quality curation.
Yes.
What's going on?
The company that put Echo, Ironheart, and She-Hulk on Disney Plus won't put an animated Serenity series. The company that released Willow
Yeah,
will not pick up a Firefly animated series with the entire crew coming back. Really?
Which,
Hey
of
guys, we're
course-
super excited. It's such a fucking Hollywood thing. We're super excited. How about you guys do it? Oh no, we can't do it. My mom's calling and we're cutting. I gotta go. Bye. You know,
to take
Well,
off
the Buffy
the,
script. Sorry, go on.
to take off the fan hat for a second and put on the studio exec hat, wouldn't it be like this would be a proof of concept if you guys can get X viewership with the animated, we'll give you live action? Wouldn't that be what they would be thinking? Because Firefly was immensely culturally popular, so why not? You're willing to try Willow, but not Firefly.
it doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't have a lot of hope. And the fact that they built this thing up, and to me, it was disappointing that it was animated. It's all going to be disappointed without Joss. If they would have gone up to Joss's door, different story. But even if we've talked about this smaller, even if he came back, chances of it being good are slim. But that would have given you a better chance.
Chances of it being worse than what it was are 100%. There's just no way it's going to get to that point.
Yes.
But then it's still the best chance it could have, because it's him. He's the one who like.
But to build up all this hype again, right? And put it on the fans. Okay, so I talked about this in my video a little bit, but if we go back in time, Mahler, because I was there, I was part of this whole fan movement to get Serenity made. Like there was a fan movement in forums everywhere. We were talking about it all the time. The brown coats, we were going to brown coats things. We were doing all this stuff. We were going to all the panels, and it was a viral thing, as viral as things can get in the early 2000s. So we were part of this, and this movement got the movie made. And dude, the Serenity Firefly panels were some of the best panels at Comic-Con. Nathan and these guys were great. To a man and woman, they were fantastic to the fans. They treated the fans so well. So this isn't really a diss on them, but they released the movie and it flopped. It's a great movie, and it's gotten a lot of respect, as time has gone on, as it should, because it is a great movie and a great ending, but there just wasn't enough Firefly fans. That's just so now we're 20 years later, and you're trying to do the same thing without Joss, and it's animated, and you're going to the fans. And I said this in my video, the Nathan Fillion and the crew have always been good to the fans, but this is Hollywood going to the fans that Hollywood hasn't been exactly great to lately. Crowdfund it, get your own fucking money. That's all you need to do. If you want to crowdfund this, you have a better chance of it being made than a studio picking it up at this point, especially when you're animating something now. I know the rule is obviously never put your own money into anything. But with that said, Nathan Fillion, I'm pretty sure, is not hurting for a bob or two.
Well, neither is immensely about Firefly. All of them do.
They all do. So they all do.
They could certainly raise a fair bit of money themselves. But could they get a great writer on board with dialogue like this? Hugo, you don't have to act all, what did I just do? Your secret Slayer identity is so safe with me. Nova, not hearing him. He had a body. He was here, then poof, dust. Did I breathe it in? Oh God, this is why we mask.
So Mark Guggenheim is writing this for the Firefly, who has written good stuff in the past.
He has.
Yeah.
As good as that?
But yeah, he's not the guy. This doesn't have a chance unless Netflix throws money at it or Amazon. So you go to the two companies that have money to burn, maybe, but then they have to work with Disney. By the way, to get these series made, to get Buffy made, both needed Joss's blessing. Because
we should talk about that. So I don't know if you've noticed. Rewind, I don't know, 5 years. Joss Whedon was the peak of persona non grata, as nobody would say a nice thing about him whatsoever. And I would say this in both Hollywood, but and broadly commentary. But with every year that passes, that spell seems to be weakening. And I keep seeing people online being like, they'll say something about Joss Whedon, and someone else would be like, the fucking abuser who, took advantage of women and did all this. And then someone else would be like, what did he actually do? And then someone will be like, well, he got accused by 3 people of being a dick.
Yeah.
And then someone else would be like, well, that's still awful. And someone else would be like, well, all the directors are. I don't even know where to start with that. So what I'm saying is it just seems like more and more people over time have started to realize what did he actually do that's gotten him more canceled than, because I saw someone in chat being like, why is it's he's been more canceled than OJ Simpson.
He has.
He has. Doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, and the comments on X, which is just a couple, which so you support sexual assault now. It's you fucking retard. No. Show me where he's been sued in civil court. Show me where he's been charged.
Show me where he's been arrested.
Where he was arrested.
And then show me the accusation that he did sexual assault.
Yeah, sexual assault.
There hasn't been any
none.
Assault.
There was only
he's being
one
accused
comment.
of being a dick.
that vaguely connected to it if you interpret it that way. That was all it was, and it never got clarified. Unfortunately, the woman who said it isn't with us anymore, so she can't even
Michelle Trachtenberg. Yeah.
Michelle Trachtenberg had it in her contract that she couldn't be alone with him in a room. I guess that was because she was a minor, because she was 15 at the time.
Well, so I always thought he was an ass, not because he was.
For one, that's called a rule. That is a rule. That is a union rule. So Michelle Trachtenberg, listen, we don't want to shit on the dead. She had her demons. She had her problems.
Yeah. All the reason I'm bringing this up is because when I saw that clip and he said we have Joss's blessing, Nathan Fillion, star of Superman and other major projects right now in Hollywood, saying we have Joss Whedon's blessing.
Yes.
Something that most people and his peers would be like, who the fuck cares if you have his blessing? Like, who the fuck needs his blessing? It's like, they felt the need to say that probably because they knew
they actually do need his blessing.
No, I mean,
technically.
You know what I mean? Like, they actually do, but that they would, ask Buffy, Sarah Michelle Gellar, if you need Joss's blessing for her show, she'd be like, fuck no, I don't need him in any way, shape, or form. It's like, well, you actually need him more than any other show technically with Buffy. But whatever, fine. It's just interesting to me. I wonder if in another few years we may hear something of like trying to get in contact with him, or if he says something more publicly, because there seems to be a small amount of rejuvenation of his reputation compared at least to how it was being assessed years ago.
There is.
It would make sense, because if people are seeing his properties getting redone, it's like, but he's still alive. And he's not even like, he's not that old. You can still talk to him.
But apparently you can't. And like you said, he slinked away in shame. Like, he's quit.
No, yeah. He's I mean, I think the word might be coward. It's either coward or whatever word it is for when for some reason you think you're like absolutely the worst person in the world and won't defend yourself, even though you're not. It's kind of weird. Because he seems to have decided he deserves purgatory or something. I don't know. Because if he had made an effort to defend himself, he probably would have been okay by now.
Wow, that's the problem with being a self-professed male feminist.
Yeah, I mean that's what he's guilty of. That's why he slinked away in shame. Yeah. He was running around saying he was a male feminist, and he was a male feminist, guys. He really was. He cheated on his wife. And
I hate to say this, but there's a few shows, namely Buffy, Angel, and Firefly, that would inspire you to fight for your own character, to fight for what's important in life, not to just give up outright. So it's weird that the showrunner of all three of those shows basically just gave up and was like, "Fine, I'll leave me alone," sort of thing. Slinked away into a cave. So yeah, of course it's on him as well that his reputation is the way that it is, but it just seems to me that the more this shit comes out, the more announcements like this. Like, imagine they fucking tease an Angel reboot as well. It would just be like, good God.
But he's got more money than he knows what to do with. Well, he doesn't need any more shit ever.
True, but he's said in plenty of interviews, like, writing is his.
It was his life. Yeah. He's probably really sad right now.
Probably.
But Nathan Fillion and David Boreanaz are like the two actors who don't need to go back. They have massive careers in television. Boreanaz is going on to his like 7th. He's doing the Rockford Files.
Massive hit, just out of nowhere.
But every show he does well. Like, he's got quite a career. Nathan Fillion's the same way.
That's what I'm saying with Nathan Fillion. Is like, he doesn't need to be doing this. You he cares. He wants it to happen. But the big problem is just like, man, there was a time and place for this. It isn't anymore. It's over.
It's over.
And an animated show, even if it's okay, which is probably the best you'll get, it's just not going to work. No one's going to really care that much. I'm sorry. That's just the reality.
It's not going to bring in subscribers to a streaming service. It's not going to move the needle at all. It's not going to chart.
I was watching Inside of You with Nathan. Nathan Fillion was the guest, and we know that Michael Rosenbaum's a bit of a fucking theatrical guy, shall we say?
Yeah.
And he was talking to Nathan, and Nathan just seems so fucking down to earth. It's unreal.
Yeah.
You know, like Michael's there talking about how'd you cope, how'd you sort all this out and stuff, and he was just like, well, I'm pretty laid back kind of a guy, you know.
Yeah,
I'm a pretty
Roosevelt.
laid back kind of a guy. And I did. Oh, what about therapy? You ever done therapy? And he's gone, yeah, I did it once, you know, and then I didn't because I didn't, you know, I'm kind of like okay, and I know myself. Every answer was just kind of like he just came across as just like a down to earth bloke, and he's talking to this Hollywood guy, you know, Michael Rosenbaum, who's lost in the fucking sauce of we need therapy and we need this.
Oh, yeah.
Need
The guy who flamed out of his hit show and never really did anything ever.
Yeah, he fucking charged at the fucking director.
Yeah, he fucking lost his mind.
He got told to do something. He was fucking furious about it. Got onto set, and then when they rolled the camera, we fucking charged the director. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Michael, calm down, mate.
Calm down.
Calm down.
Really sad too, because Nathan Fillion, like, I love him in pretty much everything. He's really charismatic. He'll do the job well. But Mal was just the goated role for him.
Absolutely.
And we got a chunk of it. Would have been nice to have gotten like 5 seasons, though. Just saying.
That time is past.
Yes.
All right, we got a trailer, and then we're going to talk about Green Lantern.
For fuck's sake.
And there's a trailer that's come out today. Basically, yeah. So Doomsday lost to this. Like they get IMAX for 3 weeks while Doomsday comes out.
Well, let's be honest. This is absolutely the more IMAX-y movie that
Oh,
is
100%.
fucking Avengers. So let you know.
Let's take a look.
They shouldn't be
Doom
having
Part
this fight,
3.
right?
What was that?
They should not be having that fight. Like,
No.
Marvel should be risking that fight right now.
Oh, that is a bit naughty. I want to put a joke here about melanin levels, but I can't.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. What do you think, guys?
It was a trailer.
It was a trailer. Jihad. Are they going to use the
I'm
term
just nervous
jihad?
about where they're going to go with this. That's what I'm sort of nervous about. Where are you going to go with this? Because they already deviated in the last film, so
I just don't have much
Which
passion
way?
for it, unfortunately.
I love the first film. I absolutely loved it. Second film, I couldn't care either way. There was some good stuff in it. Not saying it was a bad film. There was absolutely some good stuff in it, but it just sort of just washed over me a wee bit, and I didn't feel anywhere near invested as I was in the first one. And the characters completely, like Batista's character had completely changed from this massive badass to like a pussy. And it's, you know,
He
I don't
yelled
know.
a bunch, though.
He did
Yelled
yell.
a bunch.
He did
yelled.
yell a much. Yeah.
He did. Yeah, it looks fine. Looks fine. I think the first movie's way better than the second movie. So, but we will see. We will see. So that trailer's dropped. They've been like slow leaking a Spider-Man trailer that we're gonna get tomorrow, I guess. But yeah, pretty much Zendaya. Yeah, it's the worst part of the movie.
She does nothing for me as an actress, as a personality. I just, you know, it's kind of I'm getting a bit fatigued.
Getting Zendaya
I'm
fatigue.
getting Zendaya fatigue, man.
I mean, as far as trailers, I mean, it wasn't bad. I'm just like, I'm where Mueller is. I'm like, I'm not feeling anything emotional at all. It's just like, okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, like I'm not even shitting on it. I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah.
I'll probably check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I felt invested after the first movie, and after the second movie, I didn't feel that investment anymore.
No.
You know,
Okay.
I was just gonna say, so regarding the cast, in this film. I don't know if you guys saw. There was a tweet that was like it listed them. I think it was like as 9 squares. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, I don't think I can find it, but
have it. I think I know.
oh,
what
if you
you're talking
can,
about.
that'd be great. Oh wait, no. Okay, I found it. Thank fuck.
Is that third party or official? As
This is official hot toy. Arrived today.
So you got they're like Timothy Chalamet, Robert Pattinson, Anya Taylor-Joy, Javier Bardem, Rebecca Ferguson, Josh Brolin, Florence Pugh.
Amazing cast.
Well, and then there's Zendaya, and someone quote tweeted it as 8 hydrogen bombs and 1 IED.
I don't have that quote tweet. Damn.
Just nothing for me. Nothing.
I mean that's a stacked cast. And then she's also there.
And then there's Zendaya.
Yeah.
There it is. Yes. Duncan Idaho's back.
He's here.
Yay.
Yes, he is.
Aqua Homo.
Yeah, wait, what? And you know, once you've gone Aqua Homo.
Okay. I just saw some news that John Lithgow is now saying he considered quitting the Dumbledore role over J.K. Rowling and didn't.
That's bullshit.
It's like he's just trying to
he
like
considered
appease.
quitting it because he thought he was too old and he didn't think he'd make it to the end. He was worried about not making it to the end. So
you saying he said this before he took it or after he'd taken it? Considered, like, was this after
the age thing? The age thing I heard after he had taken it.
This is what I'm saying. Well, it sounds like both of them were after, and it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
shut up. You took the role.
Dumble's
Anybody would have
role.
recommended him that. Any family member, any agent would be like, of course, John. This will be your last major role. You'll get all the money ever. Just do it. You'd be like, what if I die? It's like, who fucking cares? You'll be dead. Like,
Richard Harris sadly died. You know, he was.
Of course,
unfortunately. Yeah.
You know, like it's something. I'm sure they were aware, as in, like, they know that's a concern, but you hope for the best. That's what everyone.
John Lithgow considered leaving Harry Potter TV series due to controversy surrounding J.K. Rowling, but he has now decided to stick with the project and accepts that in every interview I will ever do for the rest of my life, this will come up.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, that's the media's fault. You can just ignore it. Who cares? If one question comes up all the time, you just give the most boring, generic answer every time, and then people will stop asking you that question. That's all you do.
I don't give a fuck about the show, dude.
I do, because I'm a fan for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I don't care about Harry
I
Potter.
absolutely
I'm gonna
do.
happily ignore it.
That's just it. I'm not. I mean, I watched the movies and I played Hogwarts, which was fantastic, and I loved it, apart from the silly elements. And the TV show was just the perfect way to get somebody like myself into the Harry Potter
Black Snake
franchise.
fucks it up, but it'll still be a pop cultural topic, a big one, a really big one, especially around that first season. So, a really big one.
A huge one.
Speaking of huge one, have you seen that ice grip thing, dude?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Green Lantern. Go to the Substack. Here, I'll do it.
I have
This is by the way, this is so fucking funny.
This is so good. So, and there's a little bit of studio sweeping going on afterwards now. Scroll down.
Morley, if I said Ratner, would it mean anything to you?
Brett Ratner.
Ratner jewelry.
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
This line from Lindelof. There was we had a jewelry company in the UK called Ratner's, and at their award, that like their own internal awards or something. I think there's a guy called Jeremy. I think it's Jeremy Ratner, who was part of the Ratner family or whatever. And he went on stage and he made a joke about his jewelry. The Ratner jewelry lasted shorter than a prawn sandwich.
Here, I got.
And it killed the company. Killed the company. That got out immediately, and it just killed the company.
Well, we gotta show the clip, right? The original of him saying this line, right? We got because,
and it just kind of feels about this. It's got the same vibe.
For sure, yeah. I saw the quote out of context, and I saw the reaction and the reaction to the reaction, right?
Yep.
And then I went back to the clip, and I was like, wait a minute, like, because the way he's selling it as like strictly a joke that maybe I was like, I don't know, man, doesn't really come across that way. But we'll get into it if we get the quote, because curious what everyone's thinking about it. But it's really funny, like not the joke, but the context surrounding it. You get what you fucking deserve, eh?
Oh yes.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Me no cry, no tear.
You know, two of his childhood heroes have both just shit all over his versions of their work.
I know. That's the funniest part. That is absolutely the funniest part. So here we go. Here's the original clip.
Yeah, here we go.
Until I got there. So you just announced a Green Lantern show. It's called Lanterns because we all agreed that the green was stupid. So
right.
So now it's just Lanterns.
Didn't there some nervous laughter, by the way, by the audience after that?
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of laughter.
That was some nervous laughter.
I hate to do this. What like mechanically is the joke if you deliver it that way? If he had, so for example, we called it lanterns because green is a silly color, or something like like it would. Then the guy laughs. Like, no. Seriously though, we called it lanterns because we felt like Green Lantern, as much as it's a really strong icon, and I fucking love everything to do with it. The studio, they felt like it would be better to hit mainstream audiences or some bullshit number.
We got multiple lanterns.
Why would you so
bullshit.
flippantly, when dealing with something that everyone's been asking about? Why the fuck did you call it lanterns instead of putting Green Lantern? Green Lantern. What's your response to that question? It's like, well, because greed is that's silly. We want lantern. It's like you got to be careful with something like this. If I'd seen this out in the wild, I would have had the exact same reaction. I'd have been like, wait, seriously? You think green is stupid? Like, are we still there? Something I was talking to Free about. I was like, let me guess. You don't think Batman sounds stupid or Spider-Man, right? And I'm sure he'd be like, well, no. And he'd be like, but Man-Bat, a lot of people like, that sounds silly. And it's like, why do you think that is? Why do you think Batman is considered not really silly at this point, but Man-Bat is? It's like, well, probably because one has got major exposure thanks to projects like this. Once you have enough of it, it'll be less and less people thinking it's insane or strange. Commit.
One thing with Tom King, Morley, I got out this. One thing with Tom King when he was writing Batman was when it was all involving him and Catwoman, they were dropping the Batman stuff and Catwoman stuff, and it was just becoming Bat and the Cat.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying. Like, no, there's this fucking cowardice and insecurity in Hollywood about like, oh, these are very silly names. We can't have this, and it's like one of the most iconic role models in fiction having silly name. If we're gonna put it in the same, so I just like what bugs me about this is the formula is so simple. If you make an amazing show called Green Lantern, the name starts to be less weird to people like my mum. It starts to be like, because she knows who Superman is. It'd be like, remember, try. I know this sounds weird, but try to imagine zero context that you're familiar with of this, and someone says, "I've got a character called Superman." You'd be like, "Oh, that doesn't sound," But because of culture, because of the way stories develop, because of all the different stories we've been inspired by, Superman, there's no question. That's a great name. It's like, this is what bugs me about all this. Is like, we got to call it Lanterns. We can't call it Green Lantern. That would be crazy.
Insane. And the fact that we're, like you said, Mahler, we're still here is kind of what Grant Morrison, James Gunn's hero, says. Okay. My Green Lantern stories with Liam Sharp ended with the whole universe facing Ultra War, the final war of everything against everything else. Conflict spreads from the stars to the stars, world versus world, empire versus empire, state versus state, total fragmentation, then neighbor against neighbor, molecule versus molecule, atom versus atom, until all there is destroys itself, creation reduced to ash, not even the raw building blocks of matter remaining. Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern, puts a stop to all of this with the winning combination of love and will. TV producer, writer-producer Damon Lindelof comment, notwithstanding, the green in Green Lanterns, green is not stupid. Why does a writer attach himself to this kind of narrative if he thinks it's fundamentally stupid? You don't hand CSI script. What was that?
Great question.
Great question. You don't hand CSI scripts to patronizing writers who condemn forensic experts and their haircuts as stupid. So why hire people who are ashamed and in denial about the comic book material they've been assigned to develop? Why don't they turn down jobs they're not suited for? It's not like he needs the money, and Lindelof has proven that he can come up with his own ideas. What is this jockish dismissal of superhero conventions intending to prove anyway? Does Lindelof imagine it makes him less nerdy?
He's already dead.
Granny's already.
I'm going to keep going. It's a bit too late for that. So what's this all about? The only people who give a fuck about the Lanterns TV series are Green Lantern fans.
Yes.
Why alienate them from the start? That feels more like stupid. Green Lantern is much more evocative and dramatic than the title than Lanterns. Just as Raise the Red Lantern is a better movie title than Raise the Lantern. And anyone who can't grasp this shouldn't be anywhere near a superhero series. The show might be good, but how much better could this stuff been if studios were willing to hire the right people for the job instead of, I like this part, phoning their embarrassed friends to water down the source material down. Hollywood will die of insularity and inbreeding. Dude, that inbreeding I love that so much.
It's good though.
That's the thing about Hollywood. They're inbred aliens, Gary. We gotta get them out of here.
I know. No, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. And this is James Gunn has pretty much based half of his DCU on Morrison stuff.
Well, the Batman stuff is
it's all Morrison.
Completely on Morrison stuff.
Well, fucking All-Star Superman, Morrison.
Morrison.
Yeah, like
foolishly, I'm like, let's pretend for a second that he's being honest that it was just a joke and he absolutely loves the Green and Green Lantern. So, like, how are you so stupid to say that when everyone's watching and listening and invested who is a Green Lantern? Why would you even make the joke instead of clarifying even after a joke, which we do here every once in a while? We'll be like, but no, seriously, like XYZ. For example, seriously though, I love Green Lantern. Green will be prominent in this show. Why don't you say something like that to make sure like people don't
they show off a beige suit
instead of being fucking skewered by one of your heroes and then being like, I was joking.
Like, I was joking.
Please,
and that's what he's coming out and saying now. So they're running some not interference. They're doing some PR saying he was just joking. He's really sorry. And Damon Lindelof, I mean, he made a point to say, listen, I'm not going to shit on the fans. The fans are right on this one. I'm not going to make excuses. But that's what you meant. And whether it was his decision or not, the reason it's not called Green Lanterns is because somebody thought green was stupid.
Yes,
that's 100%.
There's no other explanation, and don't give me this other colors of the spectrum shit. The show was originally supposed to be called Green Lantern Corps. So if you're going to talk about multiple Green Lanterns, that's the best way to do it, and that's a better name, much better.
We have been stuck in this fucking position for a very long time, where it be it the name of a character, the costume of a character, the powers of a character.
Arrow.
A lot of people seem to think when they're adapting this work that they are so much better than it that they can mention it and be like, How stupid. Anyway, I'm going to use this.
It's exactly why Arrow was called Arrow and not Green Arrow, is because they thought the green made it sound silly. So they ditched it to Arrow. Great first season, though. Great first season, great couple of good seasons. But they were embarrassed. They didn't like green. They thought it was stupid. They actually made a little joke about it at the dinner table. Yeah.
This level of insecurity is even in the good stuff, right? Like,
yes.
remember they couldn't call him Oswald Cobblepot. They were like, no, Oz Cobb.
Yeah. And that was on Great Show.
Great show, yeah. And what fucking difference would it have made?
It doesn't.
Oh, it would have made a great difference if they made him Oswald.
So this is like,
oh no, I mean in the other direction. Like what benefit did they get from cutting the name off?
Nothing.
Like, nothing.
This reminds me of early days when the Hulk show came out, and they didn't call him Bruce Banner because Bruce was a name.
Bruce they thought was gay.
Bruce
is too gay a name.
It's so funny.
How fucking Bruce fucking Wayne, you dickhead.
I know, but they're all Bruce. Bruce.
Yeah. Bruce sounds too gay. We're gonna call him fucking David Banner instead.
Biggest red flag about this
black woman
is
Harry, how dare you?
I mean, I'm not too far.
Is Damon Lindelof who created
The Watchmen.
Peak woke TV. So this is a scene with Dr. Manhattan presented without comment right now.
Dr. Blackface.
I'd be comfortable with him.
Isn't she just showing her absolute racism?
Yeah. we'll start it out as that's the whole point.
No, but the fact that you got this blue fucking alien and she's saying,
we're going to lead up to that part. Watch the clip first.
The clip involves the commentary, Az.
I'd be comfortable with him.
I bet.
I like the name. Calvin.
And yes, this guy's he's been in Wonder Man, he's been Black Manta, and he's Dr. Manhattan. So in case you didn't know, that was racist because Dr. Manhattan is white and he turns himself into a black man to make her feel more comfortable.
Yeah. But she says also that she's uncomfortable talking to a blue guy who, if he turned himself white, she would have gone still uncomfortable.
Yes.
Because she's certainly implying, I only want to speak to black people. That's the implication here.
So the craziest thing about this, did you watch Watchmen?
God, no.
Okay. So do you remember?
I was listening to you talk about it.
Watchmen was a sequel to the comic book, not the movie.
Yeah.
So if you recall, why did Dr. Manhattan at the end of Watchmen fucks off to go make his own? He's done with Earth. He's done with everything. Fuck you people.
Killed Rorschach.
And just was losing his humanity and was going to go create a new, thing. He comes back. The reason he comes back to Earth is he falls hopelessly in love with that woman.
That's I'm calling fucking bullshit on that. Right? I mean, no.
Haley Atwell. Okay.
Yeah. I can believe that. Yeah.
Regina King.
Nah.
What?
No.
Yes,
no.
When he comes back, it's so.
Do you know what I need? I need a really fucking sarky black woman that will look down at me in my life. That's what I'm really fucking looking for.
You found the right person, and it was Regina King.
No.
Who works in the state of Vietnam because we took it over. And there's an illegitimate Vietnamese doctor of Ozymandias who is way better than him at everything. Ozymandias is trapped
with flatulence.
Yeah, fuck it, dude. I use that clip a lot.
flatulence
The one
issues.
where he farts. Yeah, I used that clip a lot back in the day. Oh, dude. That's the guy writing Lanterns, everybody.
Yeah, Damon Lindelof.
Damon Lindelof.
Although I did like Leftovers.
I didn't. I thought it was a little pretentious. I thought it was a lot pretentious.
Okay.
Damn, Az, getting wrecked. What have you got to say for yourself, you pretentious lover?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a cunt.
I mean,
You
so
already
am
knew that. God.
so
I wake up in the morning. The first thing I do is before I get out of bed, before I get a coffee or a shower, I go, do you know what? I got to get me some pretension right now.
yes.
So I got to get me.
Just so people remember, because I don't know how many people remember Lindelof. Like, the thing I always associate him with is Prometheus. It's like,
Yeah.
motherfucker destroyed
Oof.
Alien with Ridley Scott, to be fair. And then, of course, you'd be like, well, what else? It's like Star Trek Into Darkness, considered the worst Star
Oof.
Trek movie ever made.
It is the worst Star Trek movie ever made.
Hey, Mahler, quick story. Don't need to break in, but I've told it to you guys before. I'm at Comic-Con and I'm talking to my friend Derek, and they did a screening of, it was like, I can't remember if Prometheus was out or there was a screening, right? So I got to see a screener copy of Prometheus. So it might have been out already, but I got to see it as a screener copy, like on my laptop, and I watched it on my laptop. And I'm sitting there talking about it with Derek Robertson at Comic-Con. I'm like, God, that movie was a piece of shit. Fucking Damon Lindelof is standing right next to me.
Oh.
The only other thing I was going to mention was just World War Z, which, as far as I'm aware, is still considered a bit of a butchering of the source material. I think it's a very funny movie in terms of how silly it is. But point being, Lindelof, not a reliable writer, and you could argue the big claim to fame that pushed him up was all the shit he did on Lost, which is like, oh, did he write the good episodes of Lost? Like, he wrote up until season 6, which is like the end of the show, right? So he wrote the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wouldn't want him attached to anything, honestly.
No, and then there's Tom King. That doesn't make things better.
No,
We'll see.
Horrible.
There are people who are very hopeful about this show. But good for you. It's nice that hope still exists out there, and I encourage you to stay optimistic, I suppose, where you can. But I am not, thoroughly not. And I'll tell you what, the trailer. Whoa.
Well, that's just. I was. This was the only thing out the slate that I was like interested in, and I thought could be good. Then I saw that trailer. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over, man.
Well, it's part of this. It's what we've been dealing with all of our stuff. Let's make a Star Trek that's Harry Potter. Let's make a Star Wars that's Kill Bill meets Frozen. Let's make a Green Lantern show that's True Detective and Slow Horses.
Yeah. Fucking hell. What was the one with Breaking Bad?
Oh, Lord of the Rings. Let's make Sauron Walter White. And that came right from Simon Tolkien. That came right from fucking Simon. I'll never forget that funniest thing. I'm sitting there talking to this. I'm talking to this executive. Can't say who. So I'm taking notes really fast, right? Because I get this one talk and they're like, listen, you're kind of, you're really close, because I was doing videos on Rings of Power. So somebody reached out who was really frustrated with the whole situation and said, I'm going to tell you everything once. So I'm like, okay. So I'm scrambling down and this person goes, and Simon fancies himself a writer. Nice guy, complete idiot. And he's in control of everything. And then all the other people, family involved in the Tolkien estate are all like pretty much second, third generation, don't work. None of them have worked, have all tried to make it in the arts somehow and have all failed and flamed out. Crazy. But yeah, if you want to the person to blame for the Walter White Sauron comment is Simon Tolkien. And even Amazon was like, what? But man, JD Payne and Patrick McKay, they're like, we'll do anything.
Yeah.
Sure.
We'll butcher anything you need. Are we getting paid?
They were originally brought on as writers, not showrunners. And they were made showrunners by Jennifer Salke because they were so agreeable to her.
Yes, man.
So, sorry, Mueller. Hi, Mueller.
Hello. I just didn't have hope the second he was attached to Lindelof. It was like, you can't write, man. Like, it's over.
It is. And James Gunn's James Gunn.
Yep.
Superman's James Gunn.
The JGU.
So we like in detail went over all the horrible world building foundation that Superman is.
Yeah.
Atlantis isn't gonna give a fuck. It's just gonna tell its own story anyway.
Yeah. We don't know if it's a prequel.
It's like the second major addition to this universe, and it's already just going to be tumbling apart with continuity to the point where it's like, why is this a universe? It's like, we shouldn't be asking that after the second film.
Hey, if it was so successful, Mahler as an X-ray girl, why is everybody questioning his employment status during the sale?
Gary, what was meant to be the second film?
Oh, it was supposed to be The Authority with gay Superman and gay Batman who are married to each other.
No, it's fine. We don't talk about that. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Which is essentially kind of The Boys, you know, a little bit. Well,
it's all the fucking same.
You know, I saw an announcement that like they're still trying to sort out Harvey Dent's dad's casting for the Batman. They're still fiddling with that until they get it what they want, I guess. And I was just thinking to myself, it's like, man, so they're filming that in May, or at least they're starting production for that. I was like, it's so funny. If it gets delayed, the longer it takes, the worse it is for James Gunn, because it just delays any chance of being able to put his fingers on Batman. However, the faster it is created, the worse it is for James Gunn, because if it comes out and makes money and fucking humiliates Superman, it's like that forces him out too. So it's kind of this wonderful little time bomb for James Gunn, where it's like, I don't know if he wants it out sooner or later at this point.
He's going to walk, and then he's going to blame it on, what's his name? Probably.
Oh, David Ellison. Yes.
Yeah, he's going to he's going to walk and probably blame it on Ellison.
I want John Campea. I want him to be right.
Quote that. Just cut that quote. Gary, I want
woke. I hunted, Rob. I hunted for Tobey Maguire's dick.
One's for you, ass.
You're a cunt.
Sorry.
You understand how perfect the timing was there, right? Like, as said, so I think as what you said was, I want that you kind of whoa.
No, I was like, I love the fact that when he's doing the Tobey Maguire one, he actually I hunted Rob. He actually has to say to Rob direct. He's looking, I hunted Rob. He's like, Gary. I hunted for Mauler's universe.
Well, it's as big as a universe. Ladies. That's why he has a hard time.
Bit of a hard time, eh?
It was a hard time. Well, when he has a hard time, so do multiple galaxies. So, okay, James Gunn. Worse start than the Snyderverse. It's a worse start than the Snyderverse. Like, it's not even questionable at this point.
It might be the worst launch to a universe.
Well, there's the Dark Universe.
The
Mummy.
To be clear, what I'm saying is, let's say you have a really good, what's like a really good standalone, and then actually didn't get a sequel, standalone superhero movie.
Drag?
Well, because I guess that would count. Because I was about to say Incredibles, and I was like, fucking got a stupid sequel. Let's just rewind the clock, and before 2 comes out, Incredibles great film. And you're like, what about as a foundation for a universe? Like, fantastic.
Yes.
There's infinite potential there. And it's like, didn't need to be, isn't intended to be, but it works. And then vice versa, Superman's intended to be the foundation for a universe. And my God, irrelevant of how good the film is as like a story, look at what you're dealing with as tools for your sequel, so to speak, right? Like, you know, if you came in, you're supposed to write, I don't know, The Flash, and you're like, so, you know, I'm going to write my story. How much of your stuff have you set up? Can I use? What do I need to know? And it's like, okay, well, pocket universes are a thing, and people are using them. It's like, what? You know, also, superheroes and crazy superpowered people, they've been around for 3 centuries. I'm sorry, what? You know, like, also, there are teams that do exist, but also we don't know where they are or what they're doing. There's a geopolitical situation involving superheroes that can or cannot, depending on their preference, completely intervene in wars and change them.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? You know, you understand what I'm saying? Like, all of these major world-building pieces, Iron Man is like, listen, everything is the way you know it from your world. There's a couple of changes. Now, I'm totally willing to respect any given science fiction fantasy universe is going to have a bunch of different rules. You just got to be careful and introduce them in a way that audiences can easily, you know, like Looper, as much as I don't like that film, it's like, it's got a bunch of ideas as to like, hey, it's kind of a world that you're familiar with, but we've got these different changes, and this is going to, you know, reflect this, that, and the other thing. Much more typical way of doing it. James Gunn was just like, nah, nothing makes any fucking sense. It's all over the place. And anyone who tries to write a story in my universe is going to fucking fail. And this is like, yeah, pretty much. The best you can hope for is a neat movie that doesn't even consider Superman.
The best. What he should have done, like we said, is what Iron Man did. You focus solely on a superhero and a villain. The movie is more about the superhero. And you find somebody who's good enough at that, and that should be your singular focus. And no, you don't have to put in the origin, but you can still build that world. But you're right, Mahler. Like introducing pocket universes after the multiverse fuck up of Marvel, introducing pocket universes like early on is just dumb. It's just, and then making it worse with Peacemaker too. But
and just to be clear, right? If we were in a big old boardroom and they said, we've made Iron Man, check it out, and we all go, wow, that was fucking awesome. And then they go, we want this to be the foundation for the Marvel universe. I would be like, okay, you do know. And then we throw out like a card per character in the Marvel universe. Like, you guys want all of these fellas to be in here eventually? Iron Man kind of implies there's not much going on that's different from our world at all. So it's going to be a little tough. They do such a fucking good job of getting Cap in there, getting Hulk in there, getting Thor in there. The further along you go, though, the more unraveling starts to take place of retcons and difficulty shoving shit in. You know, Wakanda's one of the worst ones. It's like, dude, what do you mean that was there the whole time and no one did anything about it?
It was so bad in the comics, too. God.
Something I was thinking about was like, wait, so vibranium existed to the point where they had some in the 40s in the form of the Shield, but Tony Stark, who's obsessed with engineering, technology, and metal, he's aware of something that is that fucking good. And if you remember in Age of Ultron, they know, thanks to Claw and other people, that it comes from Wakanda. Like, you really think Tony wouldn't have had a fucking huge interest in getting the most malleable, strongest, softest, and lightest metal to make an Iron Man suit
and
out
the
of?
#1 government contractor wouldn't have known about it?
Yeah,
CEOs of government contractors know more than presidents.
And this is kind of what I'm getting at with like these things, and that's annoying. That's a flaw, and it's like, oh well, and it's a nick of damage, you know. It's like a scratch on the armor, and you're like, okay. But when you have 1 billion of them in your first movie,
yeah. By the way, Wakanda was a retcon in the comics, as you guys know, and it was early days, and the reason they did it. It was early days of overcompensation for what Marvel believed was the lack of diversity. They've been hearing that shit for a long time. So they overcompensated and turned Wakanda, which was just a nation, into Asgard, basically. Right. And
Asgard.
Yeah. And it's this overcompensation that they continued with that brought us the all new, all different era. Because they and brought us what's going on with Doctor Who, what's going on with Star Trek, what's going on with Star Wars, what's going on with everything in genre. It's this overcompensation to unwhite things This is from their perspective. I mean, what did Jodie Whittaker call Doctor Who in her third interview? A practice in the male gaze.
Yeah.
Practice in the male gaze.
Yeah.
And it's
dear God.
and it's like, you know, overpraising movies like. Do I think Sinners was like the greatest thing created in 2025? No, no, I don't. And it's the overpraise. Oh God. Ryan Coogler got a standing ovation. And it's like a black man won something. Oh, good. You know, it's like it's like standing. It's like a standing O of a kindergartner winning like a race or something like that. It's the same energy is behind that. It's so. It's the bigotry of lowered expectations.
It is though.
In 2626 when they finally stopped like being so fucking crazy impressed by a black person either acting or creating something artistic. It's like, I mean, this has been happening for a while.
Look, he can use a phone. Look, the black person used a computer. That's a good boy. You know, that's what it is. It's you can't bring it up though, but that's a fact. And then what I said on the I meant on the watch party, I'm like, oh, look at the black man getting all that validation from white people. He must feel better now.
You remember that image people always share of like Daenerys lifted up by everybody? It's like season 5 of Game of Thrones. It's always so funny. There's like reverse versions and interpretations. Sorry, what I was going to bring up though as well about that topic, because by comparison to older stuff, you know, Age of Ultron is where the Wakanda stuff. I think that's where they first properly like name drop it and shit, and then they have to go for Claw and everything. I'm pretty sure in that movie they still try to account for why Tony hasn't brought this up before. He says like he knows of Claw, but he never actually dealt with him, and it's like, and he does stuff in Wakanda, the place where we're pretty sure. Howard Stark got the last of the vibranium. It's the kind of thing that's like, it's like, I get you trying to make this make sense, but it doesn't, especially because you see Claw's got shit tons of vibranium.
Well, it might have made more sense in universe if they had made vibranium really rare, like there isn't much left at that point.
Instead of the mine that's filled with like billions of it.
I know, dude.
This is what
it's like the meteor crashed like intact, basically. So
it's just a stupid movie.
Yep. Just like a giant pimple on the earth filled with a rare precious metal. But now they got they've got a Tiamat.
We're not getting Iron Man in Doomsday, right? We're getting strictly Doom.
No, we are not getting Iron Man, as far as I know, at all.
It feels as though
not even in Secret Wars.
You'd think they'd be cynical enough to have at least one scene where a special guest multiverse Iron Man comes on scene and Magneto just crushes him into a little cube.
Maybe, but knowing, and I've told you guys the end. Knowing what I know of the end, there's no Iron Man.
But no one gives a. I mean,
I'm talking strictly from a studio perspective. I would have thought they'd be like, we got to get Iron Man in there at least. Like fucking remember the rumors.
And maybe
about,
they do. Like I didn't. Sorry, go on.
Remember the rumors about Tom Cruise Iron Man?
Yeah, for Multiverse Madness.
And and maybe they do. Maybe they do. I don't know for sure. I just know how it ends. Iron Man is not at the end of the movie.
People in chat like, well, he could always crush Ironheart.
Oh, that just don't make me don't give me hope.
Yeah.
No, but knowing what I know at the end, and also, oh God, knowing what they want to do afterwards.
If they do,
I've told you what they're doing afterwards too. You can't tell anybody. Yeah. Specifically, like they're going to reboot. Everybody knows they're going to reboot, but specifically, I've told you guys what they're thinking about and
what they're thinking about, but they've got no idea about.
No. The only thing they know they're doing is X-Men, but they are pitching multiple scripts for other characters, right? And they've got other writers on them. Some of them are actually pretty good, but listen, they know they fucked up. That's the one thing that is a fact. Kevin Feige, despite all the people glazing all the fucking 4 and 5, that, you know, remember when the Marvel was doing just fine, guys? And like Simu Liu was calling me out for calling his movie a flop, which it was. And
He blocked me.
and all the shills were backing it. Now all the shills are like, there's a problem with the Marvel universe. Yeah, oh, fuck you. Okay. So Kevin Feige knows there's a problem. Kevin Feige knew Ironheart sucked. Kevin Feige knew Echo sucked. Kevin Feige didn't think Wonder Man sucked.
No, they thought it was great because it was a story about them. That's why they thought it was great.
Kevin Feige knew that Captain African American was not going to make any money because they had so much money into it. It would have been impossible. So he knew. So he knew these things, and he's trying to change. And the quote that I've told you guys before is from Kevin Feige. As far as diversity is concerned, he said, "We have done our bit for King and Country." That's what he said. And it's kind of a return to White Boy Summer, maybe, but they're still caught with the people they work with, the organization they work for. Kevin Feige has a lot of power, but not all the power. And now Bob Iger's going, who was very helpful to Kevin Feige. So we'll see. I bet I wouldn't be surprised at all if he leaves after Secret Wars. I know there's been those rumors before, and I would not be surprised at all if he left after Secret Wars. He's got enough money and everything. But what they're considering doing is insane. I'll just say it's when I heard it, I'm like, so the reboot's going to be a real soft reboot. That's the one thing I can say is they are going to carry over characters. The one thing that doesn't make any sense to me at all is Pedro Pascal, who went out to the Oscars with his mustache shaved as. Yes. Remember, he wouldn't shave his mustache for Mr. Fantastic.
No, because he said he looked stupid.
But they're going to continue with him. They're going to continue with him. They're old. Like
50.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense that they're going to continue with him, especially when his stock is lowering a lot now because his boyfriend's Jewish, which is the funniest shit of all time. I told you guys, I'm all this conflict in the world sandbox is going to rip Hollywood apart. It is going to absolutely rip it apart. The only we got two political things on the Oscars because you could tell they told them to just shut the fuck up, don't say anything. But Javier Bardem said something,
what did he say?
He said "Free Palestine."
Oh, fucking!
And then Conan O'Brien made a joke about, well, at least in England they arrest their pedos, and we're like, dude, what?
Who the fuck wrote that?
Yeah.
We famously did not arrest the most prolific one. What do you mean?
Let me talk to you about the BBC, okay? Jesus. Let me talk to you about who the BBC protected. And we're not just talking one, we're talking multiple.
Recently, not just Savile, but like that presenter, what's his face?
Well, there's Keith Harris, Rolf Harris, and then there was the one from It's a Knockout. There was a lot. There's a lot more. Well,
that is a
fucking pedo protection.
Crazy ignorant statement that could only have been made by an assumption, I guess. Because how do you not know? It's like one of the most famous regrets of Britain, like you didn't stop the biggest monster in that fucking front.
We did.
Yeah, rewind a little bit. We did. But yeah, it was pretty quiet on the political front. The only cringe stuff was when the woman who won cinematography for One Woke After Another, who I'm like, that's a lesbian, and it turns out she's like, oh, here's my son, and it was like, she's not a lesbian. I was like, wow, I am completely shocked. But she's the first woman to win it, and then she said, well, I need all the women to stand up because you're the reason I'm here. And then we're like, no, actually, Paul Thomas Anderson, a man, hired you. That's the reason you're here. Shut the fuck up.
A lot of stupid people in. I had absolutely. Do you know something? I didn't even realize it. I totally forgot about the Oscars until Monday morning. I don't give two fucking shits about that.
Well, nobody does, and it's going. They made a couple of funny jokes. All right. because they talked about it going to YouTube. So they had the lesbian who was in Glee, like, Conan O'Brien starts talking and then a fucking mid-roll ad comes in and she's like selling flashlights. And then another mid-roll comes in for suing people who are blinded by the flashlights. It was pretty good. It was pretty funny. I admit I laughed on that one. I was looking at the ratings. Oscars viewership is actually in good shape. How many people watch the Oscars? It's still way down from its peak, but
they don't have an answer yet. There's no rating yet.
There is no rating?
No,
oh yeah, you're right.
A lot of people are gaslighting that it's doing well. It's great. It's in really good health.
They don't have ratings yet. That's weird.
How many people watched it? We don't have that yet.
It should be out by now.
Should be.
Yeah. All right. Well, I wanted to talk about this real quick because this is kind of unbelievable, but believable. Hollywood hypocrisy, everybody, on display.
Look at the fucking thumbnail for Mr. Grunn's latest video.
Oh, show me later. Show me later. After collapse of Simon Pegg film Angels in the Asylum, UK taxpayers pick up the bill for unpaid crew. How do you feel about that, UK?
What the fuck is Angels in the Asylum?
It's some Simon Pegg movie that fell apart, and the multimillionaire can't pay his own fucking crew, so get to
won't pay his own.
Won't
he can.
Exactly. He can't.
Why part with his own money when us, the fucking British taxpayer, we can fucking pay it for him? Fuck off.
Yeah, so these fuckers and Disbrew
and he's one of the wokest fucking pieces of shite now.
Absolutely bloviates how fucking woke he is and respect women. Except what about the women on your crew that you didn't pay, you fucker, and then made the taxpayer? See, this is the part about filming in the UK, that this is why everybody's filming in the UK, because the UK taxpayer will help subsidize these movies. How do you feel about that? I'd be a little pissed.
Not so good.
Not great.
But yeah. He's about looking out for the little guy, but won't look out for his own crew.
No, the only little guy he's looking out for is himself.
Yeah.
Oh, look at his little gun. Do you see his little gun? His little gun.
That's
the pal.
He's for gun violence.
Bring that back up.
Of course. His little. Is it? Yeah, it is. It is. Look at that.
Little shooty pooty.
He's got a gun.
It's got a gun. There you go. Look at that.
I think it's
a gun necklace.
It's a gun necklace.
Do you want to sell that, Simon? You can sell that, raise some money, give it to your fucking unpaid crew.
Yeah. And apparently he like strung them on. They went into strung them along, and then like it went into bankruptcy or whatever your version of bankruptcy is over there, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm really sorry, this hasn't happened. Bye, everybody. Sorry you didn't get paid."
Our version is bankruptcy.
Oh, is that what it is?
Bankruptcy. You're going to bankrupted, car. Aye.
Bankruptcy.
All right. Show me, Major.
I ain't got no cash. I'm bankrupted.
In it.
That one guy who answers, who ends every sentence asking a question on Clarkson's farm. In it. So show me this thumbnail. As Major Grin is a international treasure. Don't know if it's a man or a woman. Has been chronicling.
No, don't care. Brilliant. This is the video link. It's the most amazing thumbnail. The video it just looks like it's.
I would have
amazing.
Dude. I was so proud of myself that I got to get that Blazing Saddle quote.
Just click on that.
Does anybody got any mines?
And then the one next to it is even.
I know what you did on the holodeck.
Look at the one next to it.
Oh my Oh my god. Maybe we should just take a look at all his thumbnails at this rate.
I know
Oh
what you
my-
did on the holodeck.
Oh my god.
It's a good one. That's a good video, by the way, that the fucking writers for Starfleet Academy, because they don't know anything and they just knew that Deanna Troi was a empath, they didn't know that she was half Betazoid.
Yeah, they
didn't know
didn't.
that the Betazoids were telepaths. You know, and the reason why she had good empathic abilities was the fact she was half, and so she'd lost her telepathy because she's only a mongrel. But her empathic abilities were, you know, they ain't got a fucking clue.
I
Look at
love
that Donald Trump.
Braca did the Federation a favor by giving it secure borders in Starfleet Academy.
Oh my god.
He was such a Trump stand-in at the end. They made him fucking Trump at the end.
Oh my god. Yeah, see the other guy, there's another guy running around in a skirt as well.
Yep.
Yeah, the size of federations, but yeah, they've got no clue.
Oh my
Oh my.
These are so good.
Oh my
Subscribe to Major Grid.
god. Wow.
It's so good.
Oh no! Oh no! Release the
Oh no!
Oh, it's just licking everything. Oh no!
Oh my god!
She's licking Picard.
Yeah, someone needs to stop her.
Oh no! She's out of control. She's out of control. Oh, ye vey.
No, he. I'm glad he caught that. The reason Kronos blew up, if you remember, at the end of Star Trek Discovery season 1, they put a bomb in the middle of it, and there's an iPad that controls the trigger, and Michael Burnham gives it to the first female ruler of the Klingons, who demands you call him mother, and she gets into power by saying, well, she'll just blow up the whole fucking planet unless you make me your queen. Somebody must have hit the button and said, enough of this.
They probably watched Starfleet Academy and went, nah, enough's enough.
Enough's enough.
Yeah, watch this channel. It's the crocodile that we watched that on the stream. That was so good.
Spock.
Spock.
Oh, God.
These thumbnails are great. Good job, Major.
Jesus Christ, that last episode,
what, Starfleet Academy?
Yeah, hundreds of minds. Hundreds.
Dude, it was monologue.
That's all it was.
Monologue. I was just like, and it's an hour and 8 minutes or whatever it was. I was like,
Tatiana Maslany is more annoying in this than she was in She-Hulk.
Oh my god.
She's a shit actress.
More annoying than She-Hulk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
And she's only in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember episode 1 where she had that big rant about how she'd experienced more pain than Bruce ever had?
Well, she has a rant in this episode. She has a rant in this episode that the Federation wasn't being more empathetic to her after she killed a Federation officer with a terrorist organization and then escaped from Federation from a light sentence to rejoin the terrorist organization.
So, yeah, but when you think about it, though, dude, she was part of the team that in the first episode, it kind of sounds like she was part of the team, but she had no impact on what happened with the pilot. Then in this episode, we find out that she could have prevented him from shooting the pilot, and she didn't. Oh, so she was there when he shot her, when he shot the pilot.
I'm not done yet. So Mahler, she assisted on she was an armed accomplice of a murder of a Federation officer that she could have prevented, and she didn't. She was given a very light sentence and she escaped. She escaped with the help
No,
of
no,
the terrorist
no.
organ. Hang on.
Who helped her escape?
News Braca. She escaped with the help of a
The guy
terrorist
did she
organization.
graft
Wait,
up?
I'm not done. And then there's a trial of the Federation where she's the judge, and she pronounced, even when it's thrown in her face that like this guy had a family and stuff, she's like, Federation's guilty. And they're gonna be trapped in that wall forever. Holly Hunter's gonna die. She's about to pass the sentence that she's gonna die. She gets interrupted, and at the end of the episode, totally forgiven. Allowed to walk around on Earth, go on a Federation ship because she's a woman. It's Black Widow. It's
She
just like in
condemned
Black
the
Widow.
whole of the Federation to be blocked in, to be walled in, whatever you want to call it, to have their space destroyed so they can never travel out of their own little space there. She agreed that Holly Hunter should be killed. She could have prevented the death of the pilot. Nusbaraka, whatever he's called, helped her break out of jail after she had grassed him up to the Federation for leniency. And then when he broke her out, fucked him off again and ran away.
The needs of one outweigh the
Oh,
needs
she's
of many.
the most hideous character, I think, and there's Jaden. And this is a guy that doesn't give a fuck if his race goes into extinction, as long as he gets to fucking hang out with Kyle, whatever he's called.
Darum or Kyle, his boyfriend.
Kyle's his current. Darum's trying to get into his. Dude, I mentioned it in my video today. I fucking thought your description of Darum was the most perfect thing I'd ever heard. This is the most heterosexual, bisexual man that's ever existed.
Yeah.
Whenever we see him flirting with women, whenever he's talking to other guys, I'm going to fuck your sister. And then it goes to him and goes, do you know what I could do? I could really do with fucking Jaden up the ass.
Yeah.
That's what I could. Just didn't make any sense whatsoever.
It's because it went on so long. So that's why. Stop.
What are you doing?
Oh my God, it hurts.
Jesus Christ, stop.
Please.
Just getting out some water. What are you doing?
All right, one more and you're out.
Is that a promise?
I'll take you out.
Whoa!
Yep.
I am seeing somebody X-ray girl. I don't. Okay, so I don't appreciate being hit on in the middle of the fucking show.
It is worse than the Acolyte only because it's longer, right? If it was shorter episodes, I think it would still be in question. But the fact that these are hour and 5, and it's contrasted with like One Piece live action, which has about the same amount of runtime, hour, 5-minute episodes that are enclosed that feel like a movie in each one. And then comparing it to this, where it was just people talking for a half an hour. Right.
Did
and
you
then
see Disparu's video?
Sam, I haven't seen Disparu's video yet. I'll watch.
The writer said that they had to scrap
Yes.
the final episode and they just wrote it like
Yeah,
in a week
he
or
showed
so.
me the article. He showed me the article where and it shows. It definitely shows because it makes no sense, like at all. And the fact that there's hundreds of minds and like Cullen did the math. I did some math based on it being a smaller Federation space is smaller than it was in the TNG timeline. So I just guesstimated like a quarter. And it was 50 million square light years. And I asked fucking AI, I'm like, okay, so if you had a bomb the size of a baseball, right, that had a 20 light year, which is overestimating, is actually 10 light year blast radius, how many would you need to completely surround in a sphere 50 million square light years? And it was like 48,000, right? They said hundreds. And they were connected by an energy field, and energy is light, and light can only travel. What was it? What was it again? Light speed.
At light speed.
So connecting them, and it goes into the weeds. It's like by the time it would have connected, the orbital decay would have already taken place. So it wouldn't have, like, yeah. And Dave talked about that too. And this is like the shit you need to think about when you're writing Star Trek. This is the shit you need to think about when you're writing superhero stuff. You know, but they don't. They don't.
They give no shits. Remember, it's about the message, Gary.
It's about the message.
It's about the message. It's not about Star Trek. It's about the message. It's about Black Lives Matter. It's about other shit.
Oh, you doing, Mahler?
Yeah, I'm all right. Just admiring the destruction of a bunch of franchises. Chapter 703.
Yeah, well, I mentioned it in my supercut, which is coming out, but within under 2 years, we've gotten the Acolyte, Doctor Who Series 15, and Starfleet Academy, and those are both the bitter end. I mean, they're still going to make stuff, but like that's breaking point for I think everybody. As I spoke for you last night, and I probably shouldn't. So when, say, Starfleet Academy season 2 comes out like later this year, will you be reviewing each episode? I said you wouldn't, but maybe you will.
I don't know. It's like at the minute it's very raw, and my brain I don't think could handle any. Like if you said there's an 11th. There's The Secret, Stranger Things, Starfleet Academy, episode 11 dropping on Thursday. I'll be like, I can't.
No.
I can't. Maybe I'll do it in a few weeks' time when I've got some brain cells back. But it's for all the, thank you so much to everyone who watched the reviews and was like, you couldn't wait for the reviews to come out. And trust me, reading that kind of stuff in the comment section are nothing but love. I know this is the biggest first world problem of any first world problem that any first world. It's so hard. It's so hard to watch an episode.
I know.
You just want to go fuck off, and leave it all.
Your guys' reviews are so much more entertaining than the show. So you're making transformative entertainment that's genuinely funnier. Yeah. But towards the end, it was. I was at a point.
Yeah, you got
on my last recording session. Garrett is like, "Bro, this is really hard," and he's never ever said that to me ever.
I did nearly quit in episode 9. I really did. I was struggling. Yeah, it's the one that you took the week off on, and I was struggling massively to even get through it. I just say, look, I can't do this anymore, and that's not how I'll end the video. But I struggled session through, and then you're like, yay, finished. And then you look at social media, it's like, Jonathan Frakes calls everyone a fucking cunt who doesn't like Starfleet Academy. And you're just like, fuck it off.
Yeah, well, he directed an episode. And now there's no Star Trek being produced, which is good, but we're still going to get more. And look at the shape all three of those franchises are. So in under 2 years, Acolyte, Doctor Who Series 15, Starfleet Academy. With Doctor Who, you have a Christmas special that's supposed to come out this year. They haven't been able to find a doctor yet. I know. Star Wars has an episode of The Mandalorian coming out in the theaters in a couple of months. And a Darth Maul animated show
with Sam Witwer. Yeah.
Yep. And then there's 2 more episodes, 2 more seasons of Strange New Worlds and another season of Starfleet Academy before anything. And I challenge anybody to pitch me, because they're going to be movies. There's going to be in this new direction, Star Trek movies. Pitch me a movie that will get normies in the seats. There isn't one that exists. That's the quick answer to that. There is not a Star Trek pitch that you could put out there that would get normies in the seats.
Not for a movie. No,
not for a movie.
This is got to be repaired in. I don't blame Gary. I don't blame him.
He's given up. That's understandable.
He couldn't take no more. It needs to be rehabbed properly in TV. You can't rehab Star Trek in movies, because the movies have only worked because of all the fleshing out of the TV series of those characters.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't work when you substitute those characters for new Kirk, new Spock, as we saw with the movies, the remake movies. you know, just trying to throw Khan in for no reason. Make it as if Khan had that same impact that he would have, you know, in the Demon Seed. And it was just like, when he said, "I'm Khan," the joke actually should have been, who?
Yeah.
Who? You know, but they acted as if they knew who he was, and they're tell me everything you know about Khan Noonien Singh, and to other Spock, you know, because there's two.
Which I also, even when I had no context when I was watching that movie, I didn't like that Spock was like, "I don't want to interfere in your timeline whatsoever. However, I will."
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Like,
there's like, even with, okay, so with Disney Star Wars, they can remake Star Wars, which they'll probably eventually do. And there's still probably, if they made like a Darth Vader focused movie of just him hunting Jedi, that might,
or him being hunted.
Yeah, something to that effect. But with Doctor Who, you've destroyed the origin. No, you've destroyed the brand to where actors don't want to work for you anymore. So I don't know where you go with that. All three have to wipe out the canon that just came out and start over. All three of them have to do that. Star Trek would have to have a new crew on a new ship. So say you shove all Kurtzman Trek in the Kelvin timeline. You would, and you go like 80 years after Voyager returns to Earth.
No, you go 20 years after Voyager.
20 years after Voyager. Okay, I would say 80, so you get away from all the old characters, so you don't have so you don't want to bring any of them back.
Well, if you do 20 or 30, then you could have a potential Admiral Janeway pop up, or
sure, okay,
an Admiral Kim.
But you still have a new crew on the Enterprise. You put them on the Enterprise, and you send them to a quadrant that hasn't been. You just put them on a 5-year mission, and I think that's a good start for a series.
I think a brand new ship. Get off the Enterprise,
or a brand new ship.
New world.
Good start for a series, but that's not going to get anybody into the movie theater, like, at all.
No,
unless your Star Trek movie has like a $40 million budget.
Well, that's never going to happen with a space sci-fi.
Because you can't remake the original series. Already did. What are you going to remake, TNG?
No, God, stop! Please stop.
Nah.
I'm fucking begging you, please.
So tired, Gary.
Yeah.
No, there's nowhere to go. There's absolutely.
The
The point is, there's nowhere to go. And even if they remade TNG, it would suck. It would absolutely suck. So they need to. I mean, basically, they need to start a new IP at this point. It'll have some familiarity, but that's it. You know, with Star Wars, they're kind of in the same boat. They can go in the past. They can't really move anything forward. And I think it's just done. I think they're all done.
I think you do a show, you start brand new ship, brand new crew.
Yep.
Going out on their first major 5-year voyage. Maybe started off at the funeral of former Admiral Picard. You know, somewhere like that, where it's literally like, this is a pioneer of travel, and with you're passing it to this ship, or the captain's there absorbing the importance of this before going to the ship, and just have some sort of familial click there. But when they're out there and in the 5-year, maybe you sort of work what should have happened in Voyager but never happened in Voyager. Something
so have them lost
wrong. Yeah.
And yes,
something goes slightly wrong, and they've gone completely off, and they are lost, and just something that, and just for the love of God, Star Trek has never shied away from having inverted commas a diverse cast. They always have, from start to finish. So if we can just please get over the fucking spectrum and just understand that it's superficiality. Now we need good characters. We need well fleshed out, well written, great characters. We need the chain of command to come back and mean something.
And you have to bring in somebody who knows what the fuck they're doing. Like,
the reason why they went after Patrick Stewart was it was a great thespian, great Shakespearean thespian. And they needed that sort of figurehead. We don't need some fucking Californian churn fucking coiffed head wanker. We need somebody with gravitas. We need somebody with weight. We need a cast that can hold their own through acting chops.
Yep.
And nothing wrong with taking a risk on a couple of younger crew members. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But there's got to be like, you got to have an anchor there, and then there hasn't been an anchor in Star Trek for so long.
No.
You just reminded me when you said chain of command, the Firefly quote where Jay's like, "You know what the chain of command is? It's the chain I beat you with till you understand who's in running command here."
Oh, dude. Yeah, I mean that would work for a show. It wouldn't work for a
show.
movie.
It has to be a show. It has to be a show.
And yeah, and I was told definitively they don't know where to go with it right now. Paramount doesn't know what to do with it. Alex Kurtzman's in talks. If they keep Alex Kurtzman, then write off everything from Warner Brothers and Paramount forever, pretty much.
Dude, Alex Kurtzman in talks is somebody saying to Alex Kurtzman, "We'll get back to you."
Oh,
we're in talks.
About
they
your
ain't keeping
severance. About
they
your
ain't keeping
severance.
him.
No, they're not. They're not. All right. Shall we get to the people?
Sure.
Real quick, we got to plug this. MegaCon this week. So Thursday, I'll be at the Ripaverse booth signing with Jeremy from 4 to 5:30, and then there's Jay is. What's going on with Jay's channel? It got a strike.
Got a strike because he showed something with gun relation, and YouTube's AI algorithms just struck it because of it.
And then there's a bunch of signings. Saturday's pretty stacked. You got Chuck Dixon. You got Yellow Flash and Drinker. We have a panel that morning. Me and Jeremy and Critical Drinker and Eric July. Sunday, I will be shopping. But then there's the meetup Saturday night. The meetup. So check it out. If you're going there, I hope to see you there. I paid a bunch of money to get a picture with the Lord of the Rings cast. I did the nerdy thing. John Rhys Davies is going to be there. Okay. So Reese. Sorry, Reese. You know what? I've said Rise for my entire life, and knowing it's wrong, I'm going to continue saying it. John Rhys Davies.
John Rhys Davies. Yeah.
And get to meet Salah and Gimli. It'd be fucking awesome. And then I get to Sean Astin is the president of the Film Actors Guild. Get to meet him too. That'll be funny. But Elijah Wood's going to be there. Orlando Bloom, Liv Tyler. Oh my God, what's it? Oh shit. Who? Denethor. Fringe.
I know what you mean. I've forgotten his name though.
Yeah, he's going to be there too.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's go to the people. But yeah,
John Noble.
John Noble. God damn it. See, I knew it and then I didn't know it. Thank you. Sight. But we're free as Star Trek, guys. We're free.
For now.
This could be a brand new day trailer.
There's 3 seasons of Batwoman. Do you know that?
Yeah, I know you. Yeah.
Do you know how much that? Do you know how much that killed inside?
And you're still here.
Well, you probably would have stopped if they hadn't gotten rid of Ruby Rose and made her black, and she got her costume because it got tossed out of a plane.
Fell out of the sky. Fuck it out.
That was something else, man.
Jeez.
All right. Mexi Rage for 20 says, in brightest day and blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those
who worship evil's might beware my power.
Green Lantern's light. That oath is one of the reasons I like Green Lantern, and I know it's gonna be a joke.
Yeah, and I don't think they're gonna say it. I think they're only gonna refer to it as the oath. I don't think it's actually gonna be said.
Oh, dude, imagine if they did an oath, but they like remove most of it
That's a possibility. That is another possibility. They reword it, they remake it.
You can already imagine the conversation where they were like, "Ooh, this is a bit wordy and silly and gay. We got to make sure we make it better."
We'll find out. And then Hal Jordan dies at the end of season 1.
Yep.
Isn't that great?
Awesome.
We're going to start out our DCU with killing Hal Jordan.
He's got to, because he's got to pass the ring to Jon Stewart, because this is the stupidest thing. Jon Stewart, I mean, the stupidest thing is this is not how the ring works. They got no clue how the fucking ring works. But you've literally got to kill Hal Jordan off so you can give that ring to Jon Stewart in this show. That's how fucking dumb this is.
Meanwhile, Guy Gardner's there.
Wait, because I was a little confused by the trailer myself, because I'm not super up on Green Lantern, but I know that the ring is supposed to find its
the ring
bearer,
chooses
right?
its bearer, yes,
based on willpower, right?
Based on lack of fear.
Lack of fear. Okay, well, because I know that Sinestro is like consumed by fear, right? Yellow
yes,
ring.
That's why he's
lantern.
a yellow. Yeah,
yeah, but that's why when he puts the ring on the dashboard in the fucking trailer, I was like, huh? Like, wait, if that's his ring, and
yeah,
he's
it wouldn't work.
You to prepare you to become, like, that's not how that works at all.
No.
As far as the other alternative was that they're both lanterns, and the veteran lantern is teaching the young lantern how to be a lantern. But I don't know.
Would make a lot more sense. But yeah, that ring would not work for Jon Stewart.
It's so fucking lame, dude. Green Lantern's so awesome.
Yeah, I know.
It's taken forever to get anything working for him, and it's like, this is already. It reminds me of Superman, where it's like, great, we're reset by another fucking generation until we get a cool Superman. And same for Green Lantern. It's like, sorry, reset. You know, the Flash that got reset. And it's like, how long until we get to try that again? It's like, well, unclear.
Unclear. Mikey Gusler, 3 parts for $60. Hail, Mikey. Shout out to Sandman Cinema on his latest video about Stuckman. Chris claims people should go support The Bride because it's original, and he's afraid if it fails, we won't have films like this, and women won't get to direct films.
Maybe we shouldn't have films like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't. I've thought about that.
Super original. It's a mix of like 4 movies. Okay. And
it's fucking The Bride of Frankenstein with Frankenstein's monster in it. How the fuck is it original?
The logic's so fucking stupid of you've got to support every original idea. It's like, no, I don't. I'm going to support the good shit. Fuck
it's
you.
Not even an original idea. Fuck off.
It's an original take, okay? Because a woman is doing it.
Oh.
Famously, women have never been involved with the story of Frankenstein before.
No. Who wrote it again?
John Shelley.
Oh, and they presented the movie.
John.
They presented it in the movie like this is the story she really wanted to tell because she couldn't write the story she wanted to tell because of the patriarchy. That's how they fucking
Mary
started.
Shelley pops her head up and I go, no. Actually, no.
You know what would happen, right? If Mary Shelley's fucking ghost actually visited Maggie Gyllenhaal and said, I hate what you've done with my work. Maggie would be like, you're consumed by misogyny. Like you've got the what do they call it? Self whatever like I forget what the terms are, but when you're a woman and you've got the misogyny in you because it's so ingrained or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, whatever. Fuck, it's all buzzwords now, isn't it? You have
internalized
misogyny. That's it.
Yes. Thank you, Chad.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this one more time since Gary seems to think Joss is some innocent guy. I've never said he's innocent guy.
No.
I've never said that, Mikey. Like ever. In my video, I point out that he's a massive asshole with TDS who hung out with Anita Sarkeesian and was a complete shit to people he worked with. But he's not OJ Simpson. He actually didn't assault anybody.
No, the confusion is he's a twat. He's clearly a twat. But so many so many directors out there that are.
Yeah, in a perfect world, it might make sense. Like if everybody was golden and wonderful, that he did this, that he deserves his punishment. But it's fucking weird to be in a world filled with people who do way worse shit on the regular, and he got that sentence. It's like, that's weird, man. What's going on there?
He said, no, Joss is a creep who preyed on women behind closed doors. He cheated on his wife a lot. He did. Who also told Charisma Carpenter to get an abortion. He deserves to be fired. The Charisma Carpenter thing is something he said he regretted. And yeah, he's a complete dick for doing that.
Yeah, he's a dick.
Complete asshole for doing that. But there's a lot of people working today that told actresses to get an abortion who did.
Yeah, and as long as we're consistent, like we're wiping out, what, 99.9% of Hollywood by this standard?
Yep.
Exactly.
Fire them all, I guess.
Yeah.
There's right-wing commentators who told women to get abortions, who are against abortion. You know, that's life.
Right-wing politicians who told their side chicks to get
yep.
Like, you know.
Yep. Yeah, massive asshole. Tomorrow.
Say, when are we going to have the day that people are actually going to speak about James Cameron? Because
he's not making as much money.
Even in the UK, we were having sketch shows that were taking a piss about how much of a tyrant he was behind the camera.
Oh yeah, British people hate him, like on the British sets. There's loads of funny jokes about that.
Crazy.
But honestly, though, if you make something that is so fucking good or so successful at the box office, you can just get away. Like, let's not forget here, there are certain directors who it was just an open secret that you don't let your children near them. They just kept making movies because they were successful. And then they ran off to a different country. So, you know.
Tomorrow is the 5-year anniversary of the Snyder Cut. Has it been 5 years?
Yeah.
Did that ever make it? I was asking last night. Did that ever make it in the theaters in any way? Did they do a limited release?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I know that it sold exceptionally well on Blu-ray and 4K.
Yeah, I liked it. The release of the film upset Hollywood in so many ways, but mainly because Snyder fans took a stand, and they got it made. They did. Ray Fisher's Cyborg got the best justice out of it. The Cyborg character, sure. Ray Fisher, not really.
No,
not really. His complaining about Joss tanked his career.
And
absolutely.
Jeff Johns.
Yeah, and Jeff Johns.
Yeah. He went hard after Jeff. He really wanted to fucking destroy Jeff Johns' career, and I think Ray Fisher's in the Ray Fisher business, personally.
Well, yeah,
I think he's a trumped up theater kid who's used to working with theater directors, where there's much more leniency in how you develop your character and whatnot. And he's got onto a set where somebody's had to come in to marvel it up, essentially, and he's under strict kind of budgets and strict kind of time codes, and he ain't got fucking time for no theater kid to be like, I don't want to say booyah, okay, you know, just say the fucking line.
And then getting script notes from Gal Gadot.
That's just... You know what bugs me about that, though, is when that was announced as like a thing that happened, everyone online was like, that's disgusting and despicable. How dare
blow my nose.
Yeah.
Which is like, how fucking times changed, because everybody would be laughing with him at that notion now.
Josh should have never taken on that movie. It was one of the biggest mistakes of his career. He shouldn't have touched it.
He wanted Batgirl, and then he wanted DC. That was clearly his plan.
Yep. Kind of backfired on him a little bit.
Made his own universe. And then James Gunn got the leftovers, but hey, you know, it's not exactly worked out for him either. It's
no, it hasn't.
Fucking mess. You know what's funny, dude? I alluded to a particular director. Chat guessed 4 to 5 different directors that are all valid as examples. That just goes to show how much of a fucking issue there is, like, in Hollywood. Like, oh, you're talking about this guy? No, this guy, though. This guy, though. This guy. Just like, whoa.
Yeah. A lot of, and it doesn't make it right. It just,
no,
not at all. But Joss, massive hypocrite, massive asshole, has massive TDS, And that bit him in the ass, because what led to him being just completely taken down was having TDS. Some of those people just started digging in his background. Then his wife came out and wrote a book about what a big asshole he was, which was bad enough. And then the killing blow was a combination of Ray Fisher, Gal Gadot, and then Charisma Carpenter, Michelle Trachtenberg, and Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Too much at once. It just destroyed him, nuked him.
Yep. And he was done. But that doesn't change the fact that if he's not writing Buffy or Firefly, it doesn't exist. It just doesn't. That doesn't make him innocent, though. Book of Grudges. Thank you, Mikey. Book of Grudges for $19.99 says, I've dreamed of a Firefly reboot for so long. I want so badly to hope, but I can't. I fear it will be just another disappointment, another butchering I can't forgive them for, another name in the book. Yeah, I can see what you did there, by the way. It's time has passed, really. I mean, how many times do we have to see this? Somebody in the chat earlier brought up Alien Earth. How many times do we have to see shit like this?
God, that show was so impressively bad.
And that's by somebody who has some pretty good past cred in writing TV. And
dude, a lot of people were like, man, that show's pretty bitchin' when the first few episodes came out. And just like, what the fuck?
What are you watching?
What's happening?
Are we watching something
Help
different?
me.
Yeah. No, are you watching Alien? Because that's really good. No, we're talking about Alien Earth.
Oh.
It's a terrible. That is one of the worst written shows, and I think one of the nicest looking shows. I think the cinematography and the direction was really good, but the script was fucking appalling, like absolutely appalling, and the plot. What the fuck?
It just also was Roman Polanski, Bryan Singer, Joss Whedon. Take your pick. It's like, why are you throwing his name in with those two? Holy shit. Like,
one is not the same as the others, okay?
That's what I mean. Like, I think people are still coming to realize, the difference, because you would have assumed Whedon had done the same stuff as them with what happened to him.
You would assume. X-Ray Girl, read the B-Chain one.
Oh, gosh. B-Chain.
Because I would butcher it so bad.
Says, Molag Ball super chatting yesterday had me in stitches. Mahler as Hermaeus, Mora as Mehrunes Dagon, Gary as Sheogorath, True Triumvirate. Shigarath, sorry.
It's more like Ball, but okay, go
on. True Triumvirate of Daedric Lords.
Yeah.
I think I can butcher so many words. God, I love Elder Scrolls so much. The next game will only disappoint.
Thanks,
Gary.
You're welcome.
I agree. I think Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be with Bethesda have come out and said people need to temper their expectations.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
No, it's not a good sign at all. When you hear shit like that.
Whatever. Even if it's disappointing, we'll have plenty of AI filters to make it the
way they dude.
Yeah.
Put on DLSS 5, baby.
Have you seen the memes for it? It's
dude,
so
the Elliot Page to Ellen Page one is the best.
There was one for Resident Evil 4. You know the first encounter with the villager you have in the house?
Yeah.
They showed like before DLS and then after, and it was Jeffrey Epstein just like in the fucking village.
Yeah, NVIDIA just spawned a whole brand new meme template for everybody. Yeah. Thank you.
Dude, that was really entertaining. And I'm like, oh, I kind of know what's going on here. This is neat.
Yeah.
Garrett QBG was not happy. Not impressed.
I think some people were confused because they were like, well, if it just increases gravity, it's like, you really got to look at their examples. They are changing their faces. They're changing the art style. They're changing, like, people made these things and they're like, hey, don't worry, your graphics card can just change the way it looks. And then people were like, Mola, why are you upset? It's optional. It ain't gonna be optional for long, boys.
Yeah, things start off as optional, then they get baked in real fucking quick,
real fast.
You know what I would say is it's already fucking baked in. They're already doing shit that you don't know about. Trust me.
The other reason both industries, entertainment and gaming, haven't gone full on AI is because they're worried about just getting destroyed by the people who work for them. That's it. That's the only thing stopping.
Fucking low tier god. Wow. That's a good one. Oh. It's good.
Yep. Josh Kelsey drops $19.99 and walks away because that's what he does. MJ UK 1984 for 20 Australian dollars says, wow, last BBC chat's mom came on, Mahler face reveal. He's Alan Welshman of Blackpool. And Gary revealed he, in fact, owned a comic book shop. Like Fargate season 3 final when Captain Baka becomes a porg. Good times. Good times. That was shocking.
Yeah, it was one of the best episodes, though.
It was really shocking. David Smart Jr. for 20 says, hail the fellowship. I wanted to ask, did anyone see the Search of Darkness documentaries? Each documentary is stellar. They even got a horror gaming documentary, and now they're going to do the thing which you could buy now. No, I know nothing of this, but I'll check it out. Carvo the Crow 99 for 19.99. I get it. We're in bizarro version of media where they dig their heels in and continue to lose money and fail to push their message. That's fine, but what's their end game? What's the point of this? It's just pissing me off now. Well, their end game was you would eventually like it.
Hasn't worked out so far.
Hasn't worked out.
What's that saying? You can bring a horse to water,
but you can't kill it.
Exactly.
Uzel, what was that?
Oh, so it makes sense.
Sure. No, that their end game was, no, we are right. The chuds in the audience are a small vocal minority, and this will eventually work. And it didn't. Hey, Gary, I unfortunately won't be able to make it to MegaCon or any meetups in general because of being on weekends / Sabbath. The actual meetup itself. Sorry. Is there any way I can at least give a phone call just to give my gratitude? If not, I understand. We do stuff. If you want to make it to in Vegas, we don't do the meetups on weekends.
Yeah.
We do the meetups on Wednesday or Thursday.
And even Gary's signing is on a Thursday too, so you can go to MegaCon on a Thursday if you want, if you're in the area.
Yeah,
not sure.
But yeah, we do not do the weekend meetups in Vegas because it's easier to get a venue on a weekday. It's pretty the science behind us getting a meetup. I'll tell you what it is. We put the feelers out and we ask. We've done it at the Millennium Fandom Bar forever, and we might go back there. There is an option to do it because they lost they leased out their extra room, but we can get a permit to block off that little street that's in front of it, and most people hang out outside anyway, so we can make it like a block party. We can do that, and they block off the road, and there's a big parking lot, so that's an option. But what we do is we put out feelers, and we go, hey, bar, do you have enough space for 500 people, 600 people? And we'll go there. We'll commit to a Wednesday or a Thursday, an off day for you. And we will give you the best day you have for a year because our people drink. Plus we pick up, at least when I do meetups, we pick up the first 1 or 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Even though I don't drink, we get a food truck out there and we feed you tacos. That's what we did last year. And we'll do it again. And the bar basically gives us the venue, no charge. And then we throw you guys a party.
Yeah.
And after the first 2 rounds, it's on you. But the bar ends up being pretty happy by the end of the night and says, "Please come back."
They've had to bring in extra bartenders because
Yes.
they were guesstimating a lower amount of people. So
Yeah. No, and maybe in Vegas we'll just hit the same venue we did last time. But they were super happy. So and that's what we've done. That's how you do it. It's not really hard at all.
I mean, I'm getting older.
Yeah, that's true. Thanks for pointing that out.
wait, what? Oh, oh,
Oh, oh.
oh.
Middle-aged child for 20 British pounds proper money. Afternoon, gents and X-ray girls, celebrating my half century of spinning around the sun whilst watching you guys. Oh, congratulations. Happy birthday.
Big 5-0, big Hawaii.
QQ, if a film was made for the real BBC, which actor would be best and funniest actor to play you? Who would play?
Could play Gary.
Nobody can.
Ray
Brad
Fiennes.
Pitt.
Brad Pitt. Right. We're playing city beggars now, are we?
Yeah, we are.
Simu Liu
Ollie.
or Aquafina? for me.
Hey,
There you go.
Aquafina, full
Or
stop.
Simu. It's either or works.
Who play Az? Vincent D'Onofrio?
I think more Farley.
Isn't he dead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize this was fucking realistic.
It's
casting.
real.
It's gonna
Fuck's
happen as they're
sake.
listening.
Jeez.
Oh, The Rock would be good for you too.
The Rock. He'll do anything. Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins for Mahler.
Makes sense.
Oh,
Get him a gas mask.
it's good.
I like it.
Yeah. Red Mage 13 for 20 says Chloe Zhao supposedly was asked to work on an anime/manga live adaptation for a startup studio. Don't know if this plays into it.
Should be getting way more money for the Buffy stuff.
Yep.
From what my source said, the contract that she and Sarah Michelle Gellar had worked out was fucking filthy money. It was filthy money.
Mike BLC for $19.99. The Fellowship has a new member. My first, Boyd, was born. All right. Congrats, Boyd. Thanks for helping me through the difficult times. My wife had 2 miscarriages. After both times. The real BBC was live. You all helped with the pain, and we kept trying. Oh, sorry about it. Congratulations again. Always keep trying. Normal Man for 50 Canadian pesos. Chalamet, I want my industry to remain relevant. Hollywood in burning landscape. How dare you? Ree. Do an as re though. Ree. There you go. Ryumple for 20 says Drew Goddard has fallen off. He's involved in a show called High Potential. I heard a little bit. It's a castle-like procedural show about a smart woke. Oh yeah, my wife told me about this one. A smart woke white woman helping the LAPD. I ask, is the white CEO the bad guy or victim this episode? Right? Oh, God. What a shame.
That's
What
a
a
shame
shame.
because I could really get into a new procedural.
Oh, the procedurals are the worst right now.
I
Absolute
know
worst.
they used to be fantastic.
Yep. The Pain 7862 for 20 says, thank you all of you YouTubers who torture yourselves for amusement by reviewing Starfleet Academy. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Anytime.
We are now
Please,
going
and
to,
just smash that like and subscribe if you're not. That's all we want. That's all I can ask for.
yeah, I honestly don't know how much money I'm actually going to make off any of the reviews because they get hit. So Yeah, but I keep doing them anyway. Fuck it. Winter Wolf
More money
for
on
20
these reviews than they have on the fucking show. I guarantee you that.
I mean, like, it's been a ride. It's been a fun ride. Having a Spock action figure get more concurrent live viewers than their premiere.
That's so funny.
That was fun. Yeah. That was fun. Them fucking up that quote.
Oh my God.
That is gotta be that's got to go up there as one of the biggest fuck ups in television. And then letting it go through.
They don't care.
No, they don't.
They really don't care, dude.
They showed that. Winter Wolf for 20 says, "Hail, you guys inspired me to watch OG Star Trek for the first time." Oh, good. I just watched Balance of Terror. Great episode. The other night. The episode was amazing. I love the Buffy verse and Firefly, but don't want it without 2000s Joss, which doesn't exist anymore. I just flat out doesn't exist anymore.
And even then, it's a different time, and Joss is, older, and we've changed, and to recapture that magic, you can't just do that with the exact cast now. It would still be a struggle. It would still be a struggle. It was a product of its time, and that's what made it so great. It was, it's what makes a lot of things so great. And this is why a lot of reboots and remakes and all of that just fall apart, because they are literal just a regurgitation, a shadow of the former product. Can we try to make original stuff again, please?
Yes. Hey, Molly.
Yes.
I was ill to other day. It says to other. And rewatching your Force Awakens review was a tonic. Did you get the UK Transformers comic compendium 1?
Yes, I got the compendium 1 and 2, both in Autobot and Decepticon hardcover, right there. They're right just down there. Showed them off on an afternoon tea with us a few weeks ago. Got some lovely other stuff with it as well. Thrilled, absolutely thrilled to have it.
He said, mine hasn't arrived yet. I've read the quality ain't great. How's the quality of it? Is it okay?
Quality looks fantastic.
All right.
I got the hardbacks. I don't know what you got. If you haven't got it, go to your Backer Kit. Go to your Backer Kit account and inform them that you haven't received it yet. They said if you haven't had like a postage notice at the end of February to do that, so go do that. But the
was it on Kickstarter?
Yeah, it goes on Kickstarter, but then it goes to Backer Kit to fulfill.
Okay.
Which is annoying as fuck, but that's how
so when you reach out to somebody there, they get back to you?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I know.
Wow. What? Crazy.
By the way, about
the hardcovers look absolutely gorgeous, dude. The hardcovers.
The TFA videos, by the way, the newest one, it did actually get taken down for copyright, which, by the way, it hit me for every Star Wars film, every one of them.
Wow.
That is weird. Disney doesn't hit for shit. That must have been manual and personal or something.
Yeah, someone's mad at me for like every possible way you could hit the video for. It's got all of them. So I put an appeal for all of them, and funnily enough, it was actually taken down and demonetized just completely out. I put the appeal in for everything, and now it's demonetized, but it is viewable for now. We'll see what happens. 26 days until it expires, or that they do something about it. I don't know. We'll see.
Hang on, I'm checking my mail real quick.
Did you get the compendium, Gary?
I did not, but if it's still available, I will. I absolutely will. Give me the link. Hang on.
Do you want me to read them?
Sure. No. I just wanted to make, speaking of like getting hit, I was like, I'm gonna check real quick. Okay, we're good. All right. Where was I? Super Fran Demand for €5.99. Mahler, did you platinum / 100% RE Requiem, Resident Evil Requiem? I knew that one. Or do Insanity Mode? I'd ask as well, but he's hidden his playthroughs through a paywall. How dare you?
Yeah, they're for members only now.
Did you stream Insanity Mode as?
No, I did Insanity Mode off camera. I posted the the image, when you complete it?
Yeah, I did. It was for
It was
prep
hard.
refab. I did a second casual playthrough doing it under 4 hours without
Mhm.
meds, without blood.
Okay,
And
I've
then
yet to
with
do
all
the
those
without
points
blood.
I
I've done
bought-
without
Without
med.
blood?
It's
Good
not
Yeah.
to
hard.
know.
On casual, it's not hard.
Oh,
Like the
okay,
game is
okay.
extremely forgiving. They'll heal you up to half health every time you. So you're
Yeah,
healed.
yeah.
But then use the points to buy Infinite Requiem and just did Insanity with that, which is annoying, but it's still pretty easy.
I did it. I went from a casual run to just doing another casual run for fun. And then I did an insanity run without unlocking anything. So my insanity run was an unlocked insanity run. And it took me like 12 hours, 11 and a half hours.
Crazy. Oh my God.
And it was fucking hard when you haven't unlocked anything, like really hard. But it was, I didn't think I was going to get past the hospital. And then, and then you find that you're just looking at the map and you're plotting. If I go here, then I can get that. That will allow me to go to there to get that. And I was doing stuff like that. And when I started to move on more and more, it was just like, I think I'm in with a chance here. And then I got to the final boss and it was a fucking nightmare. I had no health. I had no ammo. And I managed to, I don't know on what.
Should have just chosen the ending where you didn't have to fight them.
I was just
no.
I
I couldn't. You can't do that. You can't do that. So I managed to get through to it dropping its bazooka, and then when he dropped the bazooka, I used that immediately. And then the final boss, when we go into that phase, I died, but I was just like, oh no, I'm going to do this, and I did it in like 3 or 4 attempts, and I was like, fuck it.
Nice.
Well, just to include Gary, what do you think of Victor Gideon? What's your opinion?
He's a really fleshed out, awesome character. Yeah.
What about Xena?
Well, how did you find
Xena? The
Xeno.
warrior princess. I like
Xeno.
Xena, the warrior princess.
Xeno, at least compared to Wesker, what do you think of Xeno?
Oh, nobody compares to Wesker. Okay.
Exactly, because
job.
Xeno is a he's a blood creation. He from
He's
all
a
the if you read all the
really
the little bits and bobs throughout the game, you realize that
course.
there was this connection of memory through blood, and
Yeah, it was really well done.
I fucking loved it.
I like Xena and Spartacus too, because she got her boobs out a lot.
Oh my God.
That Lucy was definitely lawless.
There's a lot of boobs in Spartacus.
A lot of cock.
There's
a lot of cock and boobs.
yeah, but there's like there's more boobs. So I mean, there's some Bush too.
Yeah.
There's a lot
George
of
Bush was in.
George Bush,
was in Spartacus.
It was senior, not junior. Dude,
Well,
Spartacus has to have like 3 sex scenes, 1 gratuitous per episode, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Well,
used to be a proper
It's very
civilization.
Roman-y. I mean, that's the way they lived.
Yeah. I mean, nothing beats season 1. But
Yeah, R.I.P.
yeah. But we're just getting into season 3 right now. Fish and chicken as British fish and chicken, says Reno the Turk. I don't know what that's referring to. Andrew McCarty for $9.99 says One Piece season 2 is a setup for season 3. They split the massive story. The Alabasta are up for here. That's kind of why the emotional illness from Arlong Park isn't as felt. That's going to come in season 3. And then Ipo Manuchibi, sorry, for $9.99. Live action is good, but in anime, Luffy had to climb and carry both Nami and Sanji, and he couldn't jump up there. Otherwise, the impact would hurt them. I'd watch some of DI in the anime. It hits harder. I've heard, a lot of the emotional scenes hit harder, and as they should. It's the source material. But man, I love season 2. I'm going to watch it again. So there you go. Gary, call Mahler on Discord. Oops, wrong timeline. Anyway, see you next Tuesday, says Snacks for $5.
Good times.
That was a weird. I have very little memory about last Tuesday.
Dude, I told you, don't do that again. Just call out sick. We got it. We're good.
We've streamed before without you, as we've done it.
Yes.
Very rarely.
No, we do it every week.
Oh my god!
I'm being specific to this show, more.
Oh no.
We can handle it. Don't you worry.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we
Show
you know
must
what?
Go on and all that.
We miss you, but I think we can handle it, right? That was such a shit show.
Fucking
And
hell.
I couldn't
As why are you even here? Let's just be honest.
Yeah, why am I here? Why
that might
bother?
have
Why
come
bother
out a
turning
little
up?
stronger than I intended. So.
Yeah.
I'm
Why
just
you-
saying, take care of yourself, god damn it.
Whatever.
It's like, oh, they can't do it without me.
Didn't say you couldn't.
Oh, I hurt your feelings. I didn't mean to do that, buddy. I'm sorry. That was a little harsh.
Should we cleanse the palate?
Sure.
I can help with that.
Sure.
Is there boobs? Yeah, I was gonna say, is there boobs?
Hey.
They
you
make
go.
everything
There you go.
better. We need the slow motion one where it gets the buoyancy, the boob
Oh,
physics down.
let me see if I can find it. One
Yeah.
second.
Yeah.
Why does the microphone stand in the fucking way as well?
So
Ridiculous.
when did the Batman and Robin 1/6 scales go? How did I miss those completely?
They've been up for a couple of years, man.
God, how did I fucking miss those? I kind of want them now. Mr. Freeze.
Unfortunately, they're both on wait list.
Well, I can get them on eBay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But
Did you get your
no,
you get
Mr.
your-
Freeze is not shipped yet.
How about your Tomy refit? Did you get that?
I didn't
Enterprise?
I am so I'm so fucking annoyed that I didn't.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for mine. But people are starting to get them now. And they're already going for like $3,500 on eBay.
Yeah. I'm so pissed I didn't go on. But this Batman Hot Toy's got mine's got a terrible crease in his left boob, which is very annoying.
Quality of Hot Toys has gone down.
It has gone down. But the Robin
absolutely.
one's so good. The Robin one is excellent.
The Robin one
absolutely
looks
excellent.
dope. I think I might. God, I hated Batman and Robin when it came out, and it's still fucking
it's
terrible.
terrible.
But it's like it's 90s terrible. Mahler talked me into buying the damn movie, and I watched it with the kids. It was pretty funny.
I told you guys, right? Because I sent you the picture. I bought the UHD for Batman and Robin.
Me
I
too.
saw it in CX, and then I ended up seeing that you could get the full, like that era, the Burton and Schumacher box set. Like
Yes,
in
that's what I've got. All in
So I
box.
bought that.
Yeah.
And then when Metal came over, I was like, I give to you the UHD of Batman and Robin because I have the collection now. And he looked at me like, why?
Why? What have I done
Enjoy
to
it,
you?
my friend. Cherish it.
Yes. This is a gift from the heart.
Is Mr. Freeze late, or was it always going to take this long?
I mean, it's a Hot Toy, so
Jesus,
I never ever go by the release date. I
No,
always
my
go, add a
Saruman is
year.
already 6 months late. So
Yeah, I've got that Saruman order.
the one with the hair.
But that's Asus or whatever it is.
But dude, the Hano, these things are fucking amazing. They're simple. Okay, sorry, guys. I'm gonna bring the boobies back in just a second. Okay.
No.
I'm gonna show some toy porn. So there's no joints.
Yeah.
But this is still a completely workable.
Yeah, fuck.
Right. So you know how the fleshy action figures,
yeah.
it's all under, right? It is this Bob Layton's fucking Iron Man. And the coolest
so
thing
good.
is you take this little magnetic thing, you go, and it turns on.
Oh.
And these light up too. Haven't figured out. I threw away the I put them back in the box. So I don't know how to turn the repulsors on, but yeah, this thing is amazing. Absolutely. And these are Hano And they've done a black costume Spider-Man, and they're all comic book ones. So I prefer these. This one
does look incredible.
Absolutely badass.
Does the hand not work the same as the?
No, I tried. I
Oh,
tried.
okay.
So there's a magnet that like turns on the light. So there must be some switch or something. And plus, I had to put in the batteries, which was really a pain in the ass. But yeah, and you can get
the on switch will be when you take the panel off to put the batteries in. The on switch will be there.
Oh well, shit. And then you can like have the pointy one too. So this is one of the best most comic accurate 6 scales I've ever seen from Hot Toys.
That is beautiful. That's not Hot Toys.
Well, Hano is Hot Toys.
Oh,
Hano is Hot Toys. They are the same thing.
Oh, well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
Yeah. All right, back to boobs. Sorry, everybody.
Thank goodness.
I'm showing off my dolls. That's right. You know, it happened this show and it happened last night. I heard something fall. I turned around and I don't know what it is, and I'll find out what it is in like a month.
Oh,
I have no fucking idea what fell down. But we're almost gonna get out of here. But let's do any more One Piece.
Boing.
Either of, well, okay. As you did not watch One Piece, Mahler, you did not watch One Piece.
No,
I watched season 1.
Watch season.
You
1,
haven't watched season 2 yet.
No.
Okay.
Tony Chopper.
I thought I would hate Tony Chopper.
I thought it was quite funny when they talk about Zorro killing off all the black people.
Oh, that
dude,
and then
it's
people
so
just like,
funny.
here's what they look like in the car.
Yeah. It's like he's just killing black people in the show, everybody. Okay. And I just say it's, by the way, it's self-defense, and he's not the aggressor in any of that. So stop Asian hate. I think it's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a scene in episode 3 where he takes out like 100 people. It's fucking awesome.
So
it is awesome. And Tony Chopper, when I saw that in the trailer, I'm like, oh fuck. It's just gonna be like some Baby Yoda shit. And he has a backstory that's very similar to Sanji's in the live action, which is get you. It's pretty good. It's pretty.
I saw a clip today from the Phantom Menace video game, and there's a section where you play Darth Maul when you're going to the Starfighter, the Naboo Starfighter, which has got Anakin out, and Anakin's got to run to it, and that's when he engages Obi-Wan, whatever. And the guy just, instead of making a beeline for the Jedi, he makes a beeline for fucking Anakin. And Anakin, this little Anakin kid's like running back. He like jumps off and like cuts him in half, going, "I've just saved the galaxy! I've changed time!"
He killed Hitler.
Yeah. It was fucking fantastic. I laughed myself stupid.
Firefly is using Shadow Machine for their animation studio. Shadow Machine is the animation studio for those that can't afford animation. Oh, think BoJack Horseman or Clone High. I loved Clone High. Okay, I liked Clone High. Cartoon radio plays. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it can work. If you have low quality animation but good writing. But
thank you, Brendan Lucas. I liked Clone High. That was funny. That was a long time ago. Also, I'm going around streams and asking who would win, Robert or Boromir. Robert Baratheon?
I'm assuming Baratheon.
Versus Boromir? 2 people on Udsub said Robert, and Reaper says Boromir, and Ryan also says Robert, but WBU, what about you guys? Hale and I think Boromir, it's a better matchup, and then Aragorn versus Jaime. Aragorn would fucking destroy Jaime with one hand.
Boromir is a man, so it's a much better matchup. But Boromir should not be like, just because he died does not mean he's like not a fucking top tier warrior. But of course, Robert is considered like top 4 in his prime of the universe.
Okay, Book Robert is big. And in his prime, he is vicious. It would be really close. Boromir, I I mean, they still have like very, 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 very distant lineage somewhat to Numenorians, but he's still a man. He's just a regular man. And that'd be tough.
It's weird. This kind of conversation you start to what's turning this one is because Robert's sort of strength and power is stuff of
His
legend. People
size.
talk about it like crazy, and yeah, just his ferocity. That's probably why it's like it feels like more of an even matchup because because a lot of people saying like Ned versus Boromir. I'm more inclined to say Boromir in that matchup, but
Yeah,
Robert versus Boromir is tougher.
Boromir beats him, and the chat has it right because of he's constantly fighting orcs. Like a lot. And that's pretty formidable. Robert has never been up against something like that. So I think just on a pure skill level, even though Robert's big and ferocious, it would be no different than Boromir going up against an orc.
There is a notion of like counters though, like how the mountain is borderline unstoppable, but then the Viper is able to, he's like a kind of a perfect counter. I wonder if, because Boromir's sword and shield, right? That's like his preference. Like Robert's hammer's going through that shield probably.
Yep.
So, it would be really fucking
It
cool to see that, represented. But no, you're right.
Boromir fights up for a bunch of Urukai. I mean, like Boromir.
It'd be cool to see Robert against a bunch of orcs, though. It is prime. I think he'd be like
that would be fun.
Probably.
He'd do well. He'd do okay. I think he'd even win. But that's a much closer fight. You're right. It's fun to think about that stuff. But Jaime and Aragorn, no way. Not even fucking close.
So they're the mountain versus the cave troll.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That'd be an interesting fight.
He wouldn't do it as quick as. Well,
the thing is,
cave troll
would hurt the
beat
shit out of a cave troll with a hit or whatever. But as soon as the cave troll gets the slow moving man at armor with a big club, he's dead.
Yeah. Now, Bloodraven in his prime versus. No, I'm just kidding. Because I'm such a Bloodraven simp. But he's magic. But how would it work against an elf or? You got to think about power set. So, no, Legolas would fucking destroy Bloodraven. It wouldn't even be funny or close.
Legolas is like the superhero of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
That guy is he's fucking OP.
Gollum versus Theon. Okay.
Gollum versus Reek, right?
I don't know. I think Gollum would take him. No problem.
Well, Gollum, yeah. If it's Theon.
Gollum versus versus Reek. Gollum definitely wins. Reek's terrified. He won't be able to do anything. Gollum would go nuts on him.
Oopsies.
Elrond wouldn't even need to stand up. Okay. Like he's pretty, yeah. But yeah, Gollum versus Reek would be close. Theon used to, the thing is, Theon was a good fighter.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah. And he just got like mentally broken, But he's got the
his fucking dick cut off.
He did. But he's, to me, in A Dance with Dragons, he's got the best story. His chapters are the best. He starts out in this like eating fucking rats. He got his dick cut off. And then eventually he starts like finding himself again at the end and survives somehow, which is crazy.
Great ending in the show where if he just waited, he'd be fine.
No, the only funny thing is in the sample chapter, Stannis has him like chained to a wall like 6 feet up, and he's just like, oh fuck, I've just become somebody else's captor. I went from one dungeon to another, but through his perspective, you see like finally what the fuck Stannis is doing and how like it's leading up to the North getting their revenge for the Red Wedding, and then the chapter ends and we don't get a book ever. Biggest tease of all time. Biggest fucking tease of all time.
Yeah.
All right. One more. Then we got to get out. Sorry, we went a little over. Let's see. Buffy reboot gets canceled. I felt a great disturbance in the force, as if millions of minutes of future Mauler reviews cried out in relief and suddenly ceased to be. Bill Bobby won. Ken O'Baggins. Yes, we were preparing. We had that date circled on our calendar whenever it was going to be, Demaster. We were going to make a lot of content out of this. So we were robbed of some content that would be most assuredly fucking terrible. Absolutely terrible. But the world wins.
Yeah. For now.
Sarah Michelle Gellar probably not coming back.
I don't know, maybe. Like, it depends, because what if she is just like, once another opportunity rises up? It's just such a, as we're saying, right? It's like lucrative. This, and it always will be, probably. Because if you don't have Joss and you don't have Sarah Michelle Gellar, what the fuck does a Buffy reboot even? What's the appeal?
I don't know. Tay says I never read his super chats. It was a $1 super chat. There was nothing to read, but I just read it. There, I did. Never say never. Thank you very much for the $1. I appreciate it, though. It's money you worked hard for. We'll get the rest on a square up, of course. It's going to be at a random time, probably late at night, when I'm in, like, everybody's out partying and drinking, and I'll just be back in my hotel room because it was kind of like I went on the Flashcast pretty late, and then the next day I went in the Film Threat, and people were in. Dante was in his cups. Dude.
Oh.
Every time a woman came on the screen, Dante's all, she's so hot. I'd totally do her.
Oh my God.
I love Dante. He was so drunk. He said, in a pinch, I'd have sex with Grace Randolph.
Oh my God.
Oh, bless Dante.
I mean, if you put a bag on your voice, I guess.
Yeah.
There you go. I was waiting.
Sorry, it took a minute to sink in.
As you would have laughed if you were listed.
I got a message I had to respond to, so I missed it.
There you go. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Az, what do you got coming up?
Tomorrow, Ripping the Silverback, 6:30 UK time, 1:30 Central. I think we're on. Over on Eric's channel. Thursday, 4 p.m. UK time to 6 p.m. UK time. Robert Meyer Burnett and myself are gonna just stream for a couple of hours.
What?
Yeah. Robert Meyer Burnett and I are just gonna stream for a couple of hours. We're gonna be catching up. We're gonna be geeking out, nerding out. We're just gonna be talking about all the shit.
That's cool.
All the nerd. So it's gonna be a great couple of hours. So that's gonna be what 11 a.m. Central.
Sure. Yes.
11 a.m. Central if it's 4 p.m. my time. So yeah, it's a very rigid 2-hour spot as well, because then he's got to go off and do Campia. So we're gonna just do that Friday night tights and stuff and things. There should be video tomorrow, Thursday and Friday.
Get on it. What the fuck? Oh, you're savvy.
Yeah, fuck you.
What?
I'm throwing up.
Oh my God.
Just admit you're anorexic, okay?
Fucking wish.
I think they have a creek for that.
That's fun. Man, I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna miss the Robert.
You can catch it later.
I can catch it later on the VOD.
On the
down with VOD. Nah, yeah, you know me. Awesome. Thanks, Ed. I'm glad you're feeling better, buddy.
Yeah.
Are you actually like 100% yet, or
not 100%? But I'm
84.
high. I'm on the high. On the high levels of being fixed.
Okay, that was a long one, and you thought it was food poisoning, but
I thought it was food poisoning. It must have been a bug, and it just happened to coincide with that. But my mate, I'd spoken to my mate during the week, and he was just like, "Yeah, there's something going around here. Lots of people have been kind of
Might have been
stuff.
possession, you know, temporary.
Hmm.
A little bit of a demon.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Mahler,
Yes.
what do you got coming up?
I think Open Bar is off this week. Drinker is going to be mega conning.
I'm going to be hanging out with Drinker. That's right.
I am going to stream the OG of Resident Evil.
Ooh.
One.
PlayStation 1 version.
Whoa. Legit.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going to have some fun with that. And then I think on Saturday we're doing a sequel to the episode where we do like a movie trivia thing where you have to guess the movie from, as was on the first one. You have to guess the movie from screenshots and you get points.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, we thought it'd been a while, so we're going to scramble up some new teammates and have some fun with it. You guys should do that on FNT sometime.
I think we should. Maybe we should have it when you're on.
Expose who are the bad film people.
The
To be
tourists.
fair, there was like 5 screenshots from Truman Show, and I had no idea it was from that. I was like, "Oh fuck, I haven't seen that movie in so long." I think I somehow missed Jaws as well. I was kicking myself for that one. But it's surprising because some stuff you'll see literally like an empty room with a shoe, and you just immediately go, "Ah, Titanic," and then they're like, "Wait, what?"
That's funny. No, that sounds fun. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. X-Ray Girl.
Tonight playing Dying Light with Tugs at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. And then tomorrow Poor Choices. And tomorrow's Nooner, I believe, is not happening.
Canceled.
Gary is traveling, so keep that in mind. I will post something tomorrow, day of. But yeah.
Yeah, other than Friday Night Tights, no streams till Brooklyn.
Tuesday next week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No straight.
Well, I yeah, there'll be a random Square Up stream. I just don't know. It'll be when I can find time. So I'll try to give you guys as much notice as possible. It'll be on Nerdrotic Live. Pay attention to the X Twitters and the community post.
Yeah. And there's some Streamlabs that I snuck in top left if you want to find that. Or I can
left.
read them.
Top left. WG for 50. Hail WG. Gary, I can't make it to Orlando now. Why?
Boo.
Sorry, dude. Oh, fuck you. Just kidding. Not really. Gonna miss you, WG. Anyway, please use this for your Shirley Temple shaken not stirred fun. Also, buy something for Mrs. Catch you guys for the Mrs. Catch you guys at the summit or in Vegas. Hail, if the summit happens, it's unsure right now. I'll be I'll be in North Carolina for a con in July. I'm not going to San Diego Comic-Con. I'm going to another Comic-Con in Carolina where Drinker's going. More information on that later. And Vegas will be announced. I can give you the rough dates. The weekend is the weekend of the Star Trek convention. Star Trek convention. So it's in August. Jeremy Griggs for $10. Gary, what's the difference between jelly and jam? I've never jellied my manhood into a warm cup of liver. Hashtag redneck strong.
Why did you read that?
What was any of that?
Ryan, I don't know. I got one more. Ryan Kinnell from $10. Not saying Jeremy sidelines as a gay prostitute, but this tax season, he wrote off getting his stomach pumped as a business expense.
What?
Good Lord. Good Lord.
These are unhinged.
Very unhinged. Okay. Just released second to last Starfleet Academy review. We're doing a supercut on Thursday, which will have a little bit of new stuff. As has released, well, you released a Starfleet Academy video today.
Yes.
Yeah,
I got
today.
a Starfleet Academy video today about it's got a bit of an identity crisis. The crisis being it's got no identity.
A good little roundup. Like, I don't know. You, Disbrew, and Cullen, top tier work. Top tier work. They were so entertaining. I can't wait to watch Disbrew's. I have to wait. I can't wait to watch Disbrew's. And Disbrew will be at MegaCon.
Yes, he will.
I didn't know until last. I'm like, hey, are you going?
Oh,
He's like,
really?
yeah. He's all, yeah, I'm getting on the plane right now. So I'm like, fuck yeah.
There you go.
So Disbrew will be there. In the meantime, everybody have fun. Go watch Rippin' the Silverback and Mahler and all those people. And we'll be back on Friday. No guest. It's just us in hotel rooms.
Yeah.
Be a shorter show because we have things to do that night. But looking forward to seeing a bunch of you at MegaCon. If you can't make it, we will be doing Vegas and let you know. And we also, between that, we have Japan, which I can't wait for. Can't wait for.
All right.
All right. So thanks to the Nerdrotics. Thanks to everyone who left the super chat and donation. You help keep the lights on. Thanks to all the lurkers. We love you guys. We'll see you on Az's channel next week.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.